everybody, and welcome to Kuso Live at SGDQ 2024. I'm Brosentia. We had a wonderful qualifiers yesterday. Oh my gosh, I'm already sleep deprived. It's day 2 of GDQ. I think, I'm relatively sure. Day 2, day 3. It's day 3? Whatever. Okay, it's a day. And we are here with our first round of the bracket for Kuso Live. That means 16 people got through. Now, if for some reason we weren't able to get a message over to one of the players who will be playing today or tomorrow, then we will be asking people in the audience, based off of who else was in the qualifiers in the order, if they would like to come and play. And if nobody wants to come and play out of that, then we will accept anybody to fill the vacant slot, because we will be desperate at that point. Welcome to my life. I'm desperate. Hey. Well, with that said, we have two wonderful players here. First off, to my right is Jackazam, the highest scoring cabbage of them all. Yeah. No, seriously, didn't you make it to 37?
Something like that.
I believe so. And with Jackazam's opponent here, absolutely not friends at all.
Yes, we are not sharing a hotel room.
Yeah, possibly actually decent friends. We have Cyro Hydra. Cyro Hydra, give it up for him. All right, and as usual, we have a wealth of GMs choosing the games today. Our first GM, Wolf, has chosen a beautiful game that you will probably see about 45 minutes of. Yeah. Medal of Honor Underground for GBA. So let's go ahead and get rocking. I'll head off the stage and we will get the intro started for Wolf and then begin the games. By the way, at about the half-hour mark at 8:30, if you are playing in match 2, please come talk to me in front of the desk and I will be there for you. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I am Brosentia sitting here with Wolf. Wolf, say hi to everybody.
Hi to everybody.
Oh, that was fantastic. Well, good. It looks like we've got a game. If you both could reset the game and go back to the title screen, that would be great.
Sure, we can do that. Yeah.
And feel free to get rid of the mouse strats here. I love them, but we need to live without them.
Yeah, this is a GBA game. I don't think the GBA had a mouse peripheral, but if Flannel Cat comes up to me later today and tells me it does, I will believe her.
Yeah, so anything you need to introduce before we let the players start?
No, I think this game is going to speak for itself pretty well.
Well, perfect. In that case, you want them to start here?
I want them to go into the first menu and where they have this start. Yes, right there, start game button. Excellent.
Okay, so give them the countdown and we will begin.
Right. GDQ, let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Woo! Timer on the screen. We've got a timer in our souls, and we are off to a very quick start, as you can see. Quick-ish. This is not quick at all. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is, this is probably a few frames per second more than Virtual Highlight, so we could have given them worse, is what I'm saying.
I mean, this isn't a Golf engine. There's a difference. Is this an upgrade or a downgrade, though? What do we have here?
Yeah, so this is an Elevator Underground. This is a first-person shooter. Yeah, so you do have a bit of auto-aim. As you can see, the red cursor is going to move itself across the screen to help you shoot things because you can't aim in 3 frames per second land.
3 frames per second land. I love the beautiful arch there. You can kind of tell that there are enemies around. Even though they blend in with the sky somehow.
I mean, there's only so many colors that you can put on a screen. Like,
it's GBA. That's like at least 256 though, right?
Does this look like 256 colors to you?
Yes.
Are you sure? Look at the compass. Look at that.
That's got all of the colors. It's got blue and different blue and green and different green and more different green.
What if I told you that was your health bar?
Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm glad that they have a wonderful UI here for the ammo as well. Just 2 hovering numbers. And you gotta know what game you're playing.
I mean, if anyone comes into this room and is wondering what game is on Kuso Live, they'll know. I think this is perfect.
Yeah, we don't even have to put the game on the screen. Like, we just have Kuso Live. Welcome. Yeah.
No,
well, it looks like Cyro has the Molotov and switched away from the Molotov. Is the Molotov any good? You know, the players do get to hear us, so we don't want to spoil too many of the strats too early on, but they will get some of them.
I mean, do you like setting Nazis on fire?
Yes.
Then, yeah, the Molotov is good.
Heck yeah. Well, what's the story of this game? I mean, we're underground, obviously.
Well, I think we're above ground, but I'm not really sure.
Okay.
It's hard to tell, but I believe we are part of the Paris Underground during the World War II. The World War II.
The World War II. Okay, I see protect your brother. Where's our brother?
I think that's that guy in the brown shirt.
Okay.
That's your brother. Please don't shoot him. Or shoot him. I don't know. I'm not actually sure what happens if you shoot your brother.
Yeah. Well, the players probably don't want to find that out either. Like, simply put, this is a race. We're trying to see how far the players are able to make in 45 minutes. We're only a couple minutes in so far. So early on, there is room for people to make mistakes and be able to recover, but you never really know how difficult the game is going to be. If you start by making huge mistakes and then the game is a cakewalk from there, the other players probably already way past you.
That has never been my experience. The other player is always sitting even further behind me.
Well, I mean, like, if it's Dora the Explorer, you know, you just keep playing, you know? You don't go off and explore, you walk to the right. Yeah. I mean, it's Dora the Explorer, but you walk to the right. You just try to get to the end.
Are you sure you don't walk to the left? Because we saw yesterday you want to walk to the left.
I mean, in the maze level, sure, walk to the left. I don't care. Okay, well, we are inside, what, a building?
That is definitely a building.
The complex. Okay. The layout doesn't seem too complicated, but it looks like we're going underground a little bit. Oh, it's working with the title. Go in there, man. No, don't stand there. Come on, go in there.
Wait, he has a machine gun. Why do we have a pistol?
Okay, he opened the door. Okay, good.
Why is it a garage door opener?
It's a garage door opener that opens in 1 frame. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Okay. At least it opened. Cyro here using the Molotov on the door.
And Jackazam has completed the first level and did good. Enjoy your machine gun menu.
Oh,
Ooh,
this is good
music. This is really nice music.
Okay, maybe good was an overstatement, but it's okay.
But we are definitely underground now.
Oh yeah, look,
like
down and down. Cyro, meanwhile, I think just needs to find their brother. and then protect their brother, and if they are able to do that, it should be a simple escort mission to get to the end of level 1.
Yeah, I think Cyro has already killed most of the enemies in the map, so it is just a matter of finding the brother.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a pretty valid strat, you know, especially with any escort mission. If there's danger with the person you're escorting to die, you want to remove any threat at all.
And in a Kuso game, there's pretty good odds that the escort will die in one hit and be stupid as heck.
Yeah, I don't... Where's Jackzam? I see some weird... What's happening there?
It's just a visual artifact. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry. I'm not stressed. Okay.
Yeah, no, that just happens. I'm pretty sure that happens even on hardware. This is a... Welcome to Kuso.
Oh my gosh. This music is too intense. I can't deal with it. Like, nothing's happening, and it's... Oompa, 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 oompa. I mean, I kind of like it, but...
I am 100% digging. This is a great music to wake up to. It is demanding that you wake up.
Yeah.
It is coffee injected directly into your ears.
Ew. Okay, no. I don't consume with my ears. I try to avoid that whenever possible. Yeah. Cairo, meanwhile, Cyro looking for the brother. Where is the brother? He really blends in because of the brown clothing. I mean, it's very good if you're trying to be stealthy.
I mean, you don't want to be picked up by Nazis, so I would definitely want to hide from Nazis too. I understand, but we do have to find him somewhere.
Yeah, he'll be here, I promise.
Maybe he went. I mean, maybe he went to the store.
The store?
The store.
What store? What are they selling here? Bushes?
Yeah, it's a shrubbery store.
Actually, yeah, I've been to some gardening shops that look about like this. Yeah. As it turns out, World War II was all about shrubs.
Meanwhile, Jackazam has planted a bomb. She doesn't seem to know if she should run away or not.
I don't know. Oh, it looks like the catacomb entrance is sealed and the bomb worked. Very nice. Are we trying to stop the undead? What?
I mean, maybe? I've never actually read the plot.
Fine, you're gonna make me do research into this game.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I know I don't have to, but I'm going to.
Yeah, Jackazam, master in the side strafe, always a good strat in an FPS, just duck in and out of cover. This game has fairly intuitive controls, except its crouch is by pressing L and R at the same time and holding them, because the devs hate. Oh, and that is a death for Jackazam. Back to the start.
Oh no. Well, if you didn't know, this game actually had other ports. Yeah, that were probably better than this one.
And Cyro found the brother.
Yes,
hopefully.
It's your brother. Protect him. I think everyone's dead. He's very well protected.
It's kind of, I mean, it might not be the brother. It's hard to like recognize someone's face when it's.
Oh, that's my brother. You can tell from the pixels. Especially the pixel artifact off his right elbow. I like that one. Oh yeah. Family, you know, you never forget. Well, as it turns out, you are playing as, and I'm not kidding you, Lieutenant Jimmy Patterson.
Wait, are you sure? Are you looking at the right Medal of Honor game? Because I'm pretty sure. Huh.
Medal of Honor Underground, your name is Jimmy.
I thought we were French.
I don't know. I'm just looking at this. Okay, there are zombie soldiers. Oh, that actually makes sense why we're sealing the catacombs, because there are zombie soldiers. There are large.
Oh, that's in this bonus level, not the main stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't know anything about the main story here.
I mean, there's a girl on the cover. I'm assuming we're playing as her. That's all I know.
We'll find out. Well, meanwhile, we are just about 10 minutes into the match. Yeah, Cyro is escorting the brother and is getting pretty close to the end of level 1. Jackazam still on level 2. Now, one big thing that I think is going to start becoming a problem will be the health bar and simply dealing with staying alive. With that said, both of the players are doing absolutely fine with that at the moment. It looks like...
I mean, their health is in the... I mean, I think Cyro's health is in the green. It's really hard to tell. Like... Yeah, no, I can't read this HP bar.
Yeah, we'll see if the players can figure it out before we can.
I mean, we'll know when they're dead.
I've actually seen this game before, and I still don't know how the health bar works.
I've beaten this game, and I still don't know how the health bar works.
Have you played the game?
Yeah, I beat it.
You beat the game?
Yeah.
You don't know how health works?
No.
Okay.
Like, as long as I didn't die, I was good, right?
Hey everybody, welcome to Kusogrande. We have no idea what's going on, and there we go! A good catch-up for Cyro here. Both players on level 2. Very nice menuing sounds. I can't get over that. Like, seriously, a bullet shot every single screen. It's ridiculous. Thank you. I love it.
I am just watching the wall zoom in and out on Jakazan's screen as she strafes, and it is so trippy. It is like the world is expanding before my eyes. Like I am very, very, very drunk.
Yeah, but if you're playing a first-person shooter, you gotta know how to strafe. That's something that throws off a lot of people in Kusogrande. Simply put, we have a lot of platformers, we have a lot of 2D games, but when you get into the 3D world that doesn't have dual stick, learning to strafe is the #1 important thing to do.
Are you telling me people don't know that Alt is the key that lets you strafe in all the classic FPSs?
Yeah. As it turns out, you can strafe in Doom.
Hey, and both of our players have found non-pistol weapons. Let's go.
Yeah, look at these. They look like triangles. Yeah.
Actually, is that how you're supposed to hold that gun? I have no idea. It looks so weird.
Per tech here, this is the correct way to hold a triangle, so that is great. Good. You know, we've got a wonderful volunteer here helping out. I'm really glad. What's your name again? You want to tell us?
Sure. I'm Nux.
Yay, Nux! Yeah, Nux is here making sure that we don't ruin anything, and I really appreciate that.
We weren't supposed to ruin anything?
Well, we can ruin some things. We can ruin lives.
Okay, just making sure, because I definitely came here to ruin lives.
It's
good.
So no one expects anything less.
Some people expect less. They are sorely mistaken. Well, both of the players have been doing pretty well so far. This level is a little less linear, it seems, just because you're going to 3 different locations to set up bombs so that you can seal off the catacombs, because I guess France didn't do it themselves. They're just, you know, openings all over the place. You don't want skeletons getting out. You gotta keep them in.
I mean, it was fine until the Nazis showed up. Like, as long as it was just good Frenchmen zombies, they were happy with it. Once it was Nazi zombies, then all hell broke loose, literally.
If you are a zombie, choose to be a good zombie, okay? I don't know if that's possible, though.
I mean... Zombie, all they want to do is eat your brains. I feel like just, every animal has to eat. There's nothing wrong with an animal wanting to eat food.
Oh, animals. Yeah.
Are you telling me zombies aren't animals?
Show me a zombie and I'll go ahead and give that to you. Okay, so in this game, here's the deal. Our name is not Jimmy. I found this, okay? Our name is Manon Baptiste. Okay, that makes sense. She is a new member of a small band of French rebels who fight against the tyranny of the Germans. There are 7 missions in total featuring 12 different historical weapons. We've seen pistol, Molotov, and triangle. I don't know what other weapons there are, but there are NPCs helping you out by slowly walking to doors, and then the doors open.
Is that in the description?
No. They help you out by cracking safes and driving. Not.
Why? I want to drive. Why do the NPCs get to drive?
Do you think that you have the technology in this game to drive? I don't think so.
I'm willing to take that chance.
It's barely got the technology to, like, do the bobbing animation here. Honestly, though, for GBA, for a first-person shooter, I wouldn't say this is the worst frame rate that I've seen, you know. I've definitely seen worse.
I agree, but I don't like the fact that I agree.
Well, that's not my problem. Here we go, everybody picking up different items. We've got some more petrol bombs on Cyro's side. Jackzam taking down another enemy. Another bomb placed. She's running away to make sure it explodes appropriately.
I mean, what if you run away so far that the bomb despawns and no longer explodes? Because that is always a risk.
That's actually really terrifying. Don't mention that, okay?
I don't think...
Now, you're making Jackazam worry. Stop it.
No. Yes, I'm making Jackazam worry. What do you think my job is?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Make Jackazam worry. Stress out. Jackazam is a strong player and was actually one of our GMs back in the day for Kusogrande, years and years ago. You chose some games. Oh, okay.
Right.
So as a clarification, there was one year during one of the main tournaments where Jackazam went and chose games, or chose one game because she got eliminated, and that round was specifically Revenge Round, where the people eliminated chose games to give out. Yeah, but she has been a strong player throughout the multiple years, which means, you know, we've got two friends here duking it out, and Jackazam is a force to be reckoned with. It's always exciting to see classic players come up against people who haven't played in Kusogrande as much. But honestly, they're both doing fantastic against each other. I still don't think that the match is decided at all. We're 17 minutes in.
Oh, there is tons of time left. Neither player has figured out where everything is in this maze yet. So Jackazam has escaped the underground. We're gonna need a new subtitle.
Risen.
I
Middle
think
ground.
It looks like there's enemies out there that she's shooting at. It's hard to tell. They're just kind of blending entirely into the background right now.
Now, for people who are showing up, if we do have the next player's game is just to start an LM Motos, I will need you to come up to the desk and talk to me so that we can start figuring out what game that you two will be playing
Looks
through.
like both players are in exactly the same location and finish the stage basically on top of each other. We
What?
have a tie match going into stage 3. Wow.
That was a huge amount of time made up by Cyro here. This is getting exciting. Oh my gosh. Who thought that the first match would be this close to begin the tournament? I love it.
Absolutely not me.
No, you love it.
Oh, I love it, but I didn't expect it.
Oh, okay.
I expected a complete blowout. I expected Nux over here to come out from behind and win by like 5 stages.
Oh, the tech was gonna win?
And that always bet on the tech.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I have seen tech take many people down. Please, mercy! Show me mercy, tech! What is this music? Okay, I'm listening. I'm like...
It feels like classical music, but I can't place it.
I want to go dancing.
Look, bro, if you want to dance with me, I'll dance with you, but I'm really bad.
Okay, we're not on camera. We're dancing. It's great. Yeah.
I am not dancing on that little 3 feet of stage space.
We're not... No. Okay, y'all just use your imagination. That's fine. Good. Y'all got brains. The zombies here might not have brains, but you do. Destroy evidence? No!
Yes.
Why are you destroying the evidence? Are you the bad guy?
No, we are
bad
not.
girl?
No, we are the baddies. Is what the Nazis say. That's how the meme works.
We're destroying the evidence. I don't know.
You need to.
Is the evidence the Nazis? Because Jackazam is doing fantastic destroying that.
I mean, the evidence is probably like the evidence of where the Jews live. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, as it turns out, World War II was pretty terrible. And definitely the skies weren't this blue.
I mean...
Or the streets weren't this square either. The walls not quite as thin.
I mean, I've never actually been to Paris. Like, maybe this is what Paris actually looks like.
Do we have any Paris enthusiasts here? No,
No?
we don't.
Okay.
Literally none. Okay, so that's okay. We're just gonna pretend this is real.
I'll have to
Paris.
ask Kusogrande later.
Destroy truck? No, we want you to drive it. Don't destroy it. How dare you?
Yeah,
Don't
what if we drove the truck into a wall? Would that be an acceptable compromise?
Okay, yeah, I like that. If you're able to do that. I don't know how you destroy the truck, though. Like, triangle's not gonna work. Pistol's not gonna work. Molotov? Maybe?
Fire destroys everything. Fire respects nothing.
Fire kind of warps on top of it.
Yeah, this is kind of weird.
Oh, there we go. Truck 1 destroyed. I guess the triangle worked.
Never doubt. Like, I respect Triangle. Triangle beats car. I don't know.
It's true. I mean, yeah, they might be giants taught us everything we need to know about triangles.
Absolutely.
Ah. This music is too happy. Do, 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 do. Who worked on the audio here? Who was it? I need to find who made this beautiful stuff. Come on. Oh, great. Yeah, the credits aren't listed anywhere. Well, that's fine.
I mean, besides the audio, I don't know if anyone would want this on their resume. So.
Yeah, with that said, for the PlayStation version, it was Jack Grillo who worked on the audio, who also did the audio for the game Small Soldiers for PlayStation. We have The Lost World Jurassic Park, Chaos Island, various Call of Duty games, Legendary for Windows. Like, quite a wide variety here.
I am so happy Cyro picked up that health kit. He sitting on maybe 1 HP for about a minute there. I'm just like, health kit right there. Please pick it up before Nazi sees you.
He was?
He was.
How much HP does he have now?
He has HP through the blue. I don't think he has
What's
the yellow.
blue?
So, okay, so
I'm a little colorblind.
Okay, so blue is like the, so you have like red in the top left.
Okay.
And then you have like a light blue, and then a dark blue, and then a yellow. And I think he has HP up through the blue, but not in the
Oh, I saw part of the blue go down.
Okay, now he has yellow HP.
Ah, yellow HP, best HP. Okay. Wait, Jakazam has yellow HP, but...
I think they have about the same amount of HP.
Yeah,
No,
but what about
wait,
the top right? What
yeah,
about
no,
the top right?
Okay,
It's different greens.
It is a different...
Which one's good? Which one's bad?
Green is good.
I think Jack.
But they're both green!
Bright green is good.
Oh, okay. So I think... Okay, I think that I figured this out. As your HP goes down, it starts at the top and goes clockwise, diminishing.
Yep.
As you can see, the colors get darker. Cyro just healed to full, and that means everything is lit up as brightly as possible, I think.
Yep. So, yeah, so Jakazam's taking out both trucks. Still needs to complete a few more objectives on her rampage.
Dude. Yeah, there goes another truck, maybe. Truck 2 destroyed for Cyro as well. This is still an extremely close match between the two players. This is what I love.
Absolutely. They
Yeah.
are both in the same area.
Now, obviously, we're at GDQ. Speedrunning is usually the emphasis here, but we do a little bit of a different type of speedrunning here, where we do what's called a blind race, which is essentially play through a game as quickly as possible for a game that you've never seen, never played before. And I personally think that it takes a variety. It's a different skill set.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But like just adapting on the fly to whatever comes your way is something exciting. Like Mystery Tournament had been doing this longer than we have. We just like to focus on
Okay.
the games that people don't love.
Bro, a second ago there was just one random wall that was covered in red cobwebs, and I don't like this.
Red cobblers,
Red cobweb. Like, I'm not sure if it was
blood spiders,
Oh my god, please no blood spiders.
blood spiders.
No, blood spiders are, something like blood spiders should only exist in Australia.
Maybe this is French Australia. I don't know.
Why would the French have in Australia?
Alternate universe.
Looks like Cyro needs to find some of the machine guns. Looks like they missed them throughout the level.
By the way, as a reminder, if game is just a start and Ella Motels are here, I will need you to come towards me and talk to me. I need to discuss the upcoming game.
Yeah, well, meanwhile, Jackazam has found all of the objectives and is heading out of the level. That is a level clear from Jackazam. On to victory.
Very nice. A small lead because I feel like Cyro is going to finish in just a little bit.
They just need to find a few more key objectives hidden throughout the level. Oh, yeah, more blood cobweb walls. I hate these walls.
Where?
Look, those are blood cobwebs on Jackazam's screen.
That just looks like my grandma's house.
Your grandma's house is a pixelated mess of blood?
At least in my nightmares, yeah. No, seriously. Okay, like I have some weird dream canon, okay? Whenever I dream of my grandma's house, there's a separate mirrored house attached to it that's decrepit and like dark cobwebs. I think that like it probably has radiation in there as well. In my dream canon, my uncle has an endless basement that goes deeper and deeper and deeper and has multiple floors. Do you not have dream canon?
No. I do not have any dreams about my grandmother's house.
I guess I like my grandma.
I like my grandma too, but I
Right. Oh, grandma.
You can
I don't even dream about your house.
You can like somebody without having dreams about their house being a black pit from Hack.
Oh, the upstairs is haunted too. In my dreams.
No, the basement's supposed to be haunted.
No, it's well, I mean, yeah, but also upstairs there's a step missing on the stairs in my dreams. The upstairs is haunted.
Is it always the same step or does it change each night?
It's always the same step.
Okay.
And also past my grandma's house is like 100, or past her room, if you go into her room, there's another door that takes you to 100 bathrooms. This is my dream canon.
How big is your family that you need 100 bathrooms in your dreams?
Well, it takes you to the high school as well. It's weird. I don't know.
Why is the high school in a bathroom?
And you go through the bathrooms to get to the high school.
That's not better.
It's my dream canon, okay? It's very important. Well, with that said, Jackazam is doing fantastic here on level 3. Cyro or level 4, I think. Yeah, Cyro currently on the level previously.
So, God, where was my brain? I don't even know anymore. Sorry.
Ooh, I see one of the upcoming victims, so I will go ahead and let you keep doing some commentary because I need to work on getting things sorted for our second match.
Excellent. Oh God, now I have to do this solo. So Jackazam's at the next set of enemies, which are covered in blood. So maybe my World War II history is just out of point. Cyro does finally complete the stage onto the same level as Jackazam. Not far behind, easily could have another lead change. I don't like those outfits though. They are, okay. Nazis did a lot of wrong in the world, but I think this fashion crime might be the worst. I'm sorry. Yeah, they need to escape the hotel, find the dossier, find the map, and probably find the exit. I'm not sure what the last objective is. I could not read them fast enough. Find a truck. Excellent. Are we blowing up the truck, or are we just getting in the truck, though? I'm not sure. I don't remember. I am sorry. But I don't know, I'm just digging this song. Oh no, Cyro going a little too deep into that room full of blood-covered Nazis, and the blood-covered Nazis make him covered in blood, so back to the start. Meanwhile, Jackazam, very lost in the maze as far as I can tell. Very much so, she says. Okay. Still plenty of HP, not a room full of Nazis. Yeah, this first room is a doozy. Unfortunately, we do not have any grenades, just fire bombs. Yeah, so now Cyro trying to shoot through a narrow passageway, which is really hard because frame rate's too low to turn only in small increments. You just go right past that doorway. That enemy he's trying to shoot at right now, that is actually behind a wall, so cannot kill him. Meanwhile, enemy's not behind the wall. Got him pretty low on HP, but not yet dead. Jackazam doing pretty well, I think. And yet that is out of the hotel. Very nice. Okay. Oh, there's it. Okay, we can see the HP pack on Cyro's screen. Can he get to it without getting shot? That is the question. Okay, and okay. Back to a healthy amount of HP. Meanwhile, Jackazam getting confused by the enemies seeing through the walls. Yeah, this is not the worst first-person shooter I've seen on the GBA, but it is probably the ugliest.
What's the worst one you've seen? Okay.
Honestly, probably Serious Sam. I really don't like Serious Sam, but it looks a lot better, plays a lot worse.
Oh no.
Depot map found by Jackazam, dossier found by Cyro, getting through the objectives. If it does come down to it, it will be most objectives completed in the level before time expires, because these are slightly non-linear levels. We absolutely can't break any tie any other way. The pause screen does tell you how many enemies you killed, and we can do it that way, but hopefully we should have something a little cleaner than that.
Yeah. Well, what color are these brick walls? I'm a little colorblind. Like,
they're like yellowish, like sandstone almost. I don't know. You probably don't. Actually, yeah, they kind of look like Pueblos, almost.
Yeah, I was like, is
brick.
this brown or green? Because, like, that's this type of color that I see with olive green. So I was like, if these are green walls, I'm very upset. But no, brown, that's fine. Yeah. Although I don't know why we have Pueblo here.
I mean, I assure you, this color scheme is perfectly acceptable to be angry at. Jackazam through the level, on to the next. Level 5, I believe we're on now. Get records, find the camera, radio the fleet. We have a fleet. Why do we have a fleet? We're the Resistance, or Resistance, or however you pronounce that in French. These are way too many boxes. We blew up these boxes in past level. I don't think we blow up the boxes anymore. For some reason, this looks like the Rare logo to me. That's all I can see looking at these boxes is the Rare logo over and over again.
Oh my gosh, they do.
Right?
Yeah. These are, like, I just want to break all these boxes. Why are there so many boxes?
I assume we're in some sort of either A, box factory, or B, port. But
okay, port, box house. I could live in a box house.
I don't know if Jackazam can make it. I literally don't know if Jackazam can make it through that hole. Looks like she is just gonna walk around though.
Walk, Jackazam, walk. You can do it.
Yeah, this opening area is definitely stymieing her. How do you escape box hell?
I don't know. I've never wanted to escape box hell. I like it here. Just, like, don't let people kill me. Let me live my life out. Okay, it's cheaper than rent. Seriously, oh my gosh, they up my rent this year, and I'm like, please stop doing that. They do it every year.
Wow, what butts?
Yeah, can someone give me a box? I want to live there.
Bro, no, we are not letting you live in a box.
Box house. No, fine. Okay, fine.
We are at least getting you a mobile home.
Oh, the elevator. Oh, okay. No, I stepped into the elevator last night, and someone's like, "Oh, this is a mobile home." And I'm like, okay.
Like, I mean, was this like 3 in the morning and very
We
drunk?
were all very tired. Yeah, it was just not enough caffeine and way too late at night. I think it was after you and I played some board games.
Yeah, That was late.
That was late.
Neither of us should have probably been up at that hour, given we had to be up now. But, oh well.
Yeah, I was like, I have to go to sleep, unlike you, because I have Kusogrande in the morning, and then you're like, oh, I'm giving the game out. And oh, yeah, that's right. I made you do that. Oh, no, the man in pink! Kill him! Die!
He might be on the other side of the... Okay, he was real.
Wait. Do some enemies, like, spawn on the other side of walls, and you can't shoot them, but you can see them?
Yes.
Oh,
and
there
Cyro
we go!
onto this level, onto box hell as well. Jakazam has been a little lost and confused. This could be Cyro's opportunity to overtake her. We have 10 minutes left in the match, running a little low on time. Bro, how does it feel to know that you don't have to hit the timer exactly and people won't judge you? Because no one can see the timer.
They're gonna judge me anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, seriously, I could just, like... it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I say.
Oh, I'm gonna judge you also.
Aw, thank you. Wow, finally some love around here.
Jakazam did find one of the objectives on this map. Moving on through the box maze.
Why? Okay, here's the deal. Let me go ahead and say logistics. If you are working a warehouse, don't do this.
Yeah, first of all, you are allowed to stack things higher than 2. You don't have to stop at 2 crates high.
I mean, unless they say do not stack higher than 2 crates. Some of them do. Okay. I don't know that the pixels are small here.
I'm going to stack it higher anyways.
Okay, you're unionized. Okay. Do you stack higher than 2? No, because
if I'm unionized, I'm taking all my breaks. Thank you very much.
Well, that's because you should.
Yeah, maybe
okay?
all the unionized dock workers are on break.
They're overworked, okay? They need to take a break. Like, look, they have put so many freaking boxes
up. Oh, there are way too many boxes here. Unacceptable number of boxes. Someone should open those boxes. This looks like my apartment right now. I should probably open those boxes. I have lived in this apartment for almost 2 years.
Oh, no. My husband gets mad at me so much. Like, when we move... I am terrible at unboxing, and he's like, it's a month later, all these cardboard boxes are still around, and I'm like, so?
Only a month.
Well, yeah, I would last it a couple years living out of cardboard, you know? Come on, I want to live in some of these boxes. You know how I am. I'm just sort of a gremlin at times.
At least get a box big enough to fit your body.
I mean, I literally lived in a closet for a year.
Was this like
it was a friend's closet.
Was it a Futurama-sized closet?
It was king-sized. Yeah, I was able to put down a bunch of blankets and padding. It was the second best mattress that I've had, and it was literally just the floor with a bunch of blankets on it. It was great as well. The closet...
Bro, do we need to get you a better mattress?
I need, like... a better place to live, I think. No, I currently sleep on the best mattress that I've ever had, which is better than a floor, so that's great.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Jakazam has escaped some of the boxes. I presume there might be some more hiding in the future, though. I don't know. She's trying to shoot through the door. Honestly, good strategy, if you can.
Yeah, Cyro also escaping the boxes. They might be near each other, they might not be. Looks like Cyro is still yet to complete any of the objectives, so that's still, Jakazam is definitely in the lead.
Come on, Jakazam. Come on, Zero Hydra. You can get those records. Get the shipping records.
Yeah, when the objective comes up on screen, it does mean you are near something. At the same time, though, Jakazam just found the camera, so she is a full objective ahead of Cyro. But still, 6 minutes left in the match. Plenty of time.
There is time, especially if any big mistakes get made. A death would be absolutely devastating here.
Absolutely. Neither player wants to die here.
But neither player has died the entire time. This has actually been...
I think both... Cyro has died. Okay, both players have died.
Fine, okay. Both of them have died. I just didn't notice because I have no idea what's going on here.
Yeah, Cyro apparently had 2 deaths. 2 deaths from player 2, 1 death from player
fine.
1.
There have been multiple deaths already. I don't know what's going on. This game's ugly.
Okay, so when the bar becomes 100% red,
We're not talking about health anymore. Stop it. Please, stop it. Okay.
the next bullet will kill you.
Okay, fine. If it's red, you'll die.
If it's red, you're dead.
Red Dead.
Dead.
If we're told the truth.
Would that be a Red Dead Redemption?
I guess it. Yeah. I mean, if you come back and you finish the level, that's a redemption. I'll count it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, good game. Not enough cowboys in this game, I'd say.
How many cowboys do you think are in World War II France?
I don't know. They could all be cowboys. I've never lived in World War II. I don't know what was going on over there.
I don't think there were cowboys in France, period.
I did American studies, not World War II studies. And America was barely involved, and we took all the credit.
We were super involved in World War II. What are you talking about?
Oh, we were super involved. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
World War I.
Look at us. We won everything.
No, that was World War I. World War I, we came in super late and took all the credit.
Okay. I'll give a little credit. Yay, on to victory, Jackson, go. Oh, no, it looks like you might be on a bridge or something. I can't completely tell. No, Science died. Oh, poor Science.
Science was all I had left.
Well, Science had a gun. I suppose that's probably a good choice. Now, Cyro is a little bit behind. We still have just over 3.5 minutes left. There is a chance it's not over until it's over. You never know how people are going to do.
Absolutely.
So keep going, keep pushing, get through. Get the camera. Why do you have to get a camera?
To take a picture or something, I assume.
The paparazzi. Okay.
I don't think paparazzi were part of the resistance, but like maybe they were. I don't know.
They might have just
Neither
been
of
there.
us is French.
Hey.
That was a
Soldier
door.
Man. Wait, that was a door?
I'm as confused as you are.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess the Cyro went through it. That's cool.
It definitely just I mean, I guess it kind of looks like a curtain, but it does not look like a door. That is not a door. That wasn't a door. It looked exact. I don't like these textures at all. Yeah, Cyro, very struggling to walk through these way too small passageways. Has sent the radio message, but still, I don't think Cyro's found the camera though. No, never mind. Cyro is out of the level. We have 2 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. Very low on time, but still could have a comeback. Jack Zam just found the armory key.
This is what I love to see in a match like this, with the players being so close to each other. There is absolutely a chance for
Jack
anything.
Zam needs to photograph the cipher key.
Is that... Oh, that's why we got the camera to take a picture of a key. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, there we go! The picture has been taken.
I feel like we were aiming like 5 feet below the key. I don't know if that's gonna be good enough. I think co-graphics might be very upset at us.
You know, whatever. They did a lot with very little information during the war, you know? All you had to do was get a tiny corner of a cipher, and they've got it solved. It's amazing what they were able to do.
I don't think that's true, but I don't know.
Come on! Jack and them just solved the Enigma machine or whatever.
Yeah, anyways, Cyro got the armor key, but has not taken the picture. So...
Oh, we've got a picture coming up right now.
We are in the final 50 seconds of the match.
And there we go. The key has been photographed.
But Jackazam has collected the explosives. It's still a 1 objective lead for Jackazam.
Yeah. Oh, this has been super tight. But again, this is single elimination, everybody. In my opinion, as long as you keep pushing, that is all that you can do. And I have greatly enjoyed the gameplay here.
Oh no, the auto aim betrayed
No!
Pyro!
Auto
That
aim!
is a death. That is going to be the match.
Well,
There
you can blame EA for that death right there. Cyro, you have done a fantastic job.
Yeah, let's hear it for both of our competitors.
And that is time. That is the match. Congratulations to Jackazam for taking the first victory of Kuso Live 2024. You will be moving on to the second round, so great job there. You really do not have to keep playing.
That one. There we
You
go.
are allowed to stop. Well, everybody, we have a little bit of setup to do for the second match. Stay tuned and remember, we do have a copy, a boxed-in copy, as far as I know, complete of Deadly Towers, the deadliest of towers, and I want to get rid of that and give it to somebody during this tournament. Thank you. We're going to a break. Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kuso Live. We've got our second game of the tournament. Gym Power, the Lost Dimension in 3D for Super Nintendo. Y'all ready to vomit? Yeah. Whether or not you might, because this game can be an absolute nightmare. So, players, are you ready to begin? In that case, let's do a countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit start! Although GIJS, okay, there we go. Sometimes the game starts playing the demo, and that's okay. There's going to be enough death that I am not too concerned about what happens here. Motas jumping right into the game. This is a game that I absolutely love to have people play. This was advertised as a game that could technically be viewed in 3D using specific glasses. If you have Polaroid glasses and just cover up one eye with it and have your other eye without those glasses over it, you can see a little bit of the effect even if you're watching from home. So if you want, you can see a bit of that depth come through. With that said, I think we have a game over already. Will Motas continue? Indeed. In fact, I'd say early on, it's probably not a big deal. Once you start making a significant amount of progress, it may be an issue where if you get a game over early, you want to start without using any of the continues. But here we are to a quick start. I love the music in this game. It's an absolute jam. As long as you can manage to ignore the background during these scrolling sections. Ooh! Damage frames, or iframes as we like to call them, can be used for your advantage when you are speedrunning and when you're doing a live blind playthrough as well. Motas actually used that to get through an area with tons of spikes. Now, GIJS going and jumping through some of these difficult areas. It looks like GIJS is being a little bit more patient and making sure, hey, let's go ahead and just walk a little bit slow and see what enemies are coming up. And that looks like it's been fairly advantageous until the guy dropped a barrel on his head. Oh, this game can be an absolute nightmare to play, but I've got a copy of this. It's also available on Steam for anybody interested in giving this game a shot. I highly recommend it. There's no other game like it, except possibly other Gym Power games, but even they do not feel quite the same. So this did come out on Super Nintendo, and there was one, I believe, I'm trying to think, was it, I believe Turbo Graphics, definitely a lot easier on the eyes, and also has really, really good music. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy the jams that you're gonna hear throughout the next little while. All right, a reset over by GIJS. Players are allowed to reset whenever they wish, as long as they don't, I don't know. they're allowed to reset. I am completely fine with that. Just no changing any of the settings. And Elemotas deciding to use one of the super bombs. Hey, welcome to RPG Syndrome. You do have collectibles. However, because continues often only last for a couple minutes at most, you probably want to use your collectibles if it looks like it's gonna help out. Ooh, the drippy drops. You never want to face the drippy drops. Oh, okay, Elemotas through the drips and onto the first gate here. Unfortunately, not making the jump across the spikes the first time. That is all right, using the super bomb, but unfortunately dying to the next bird. Oh, we have had so many game overs already. We're 4 minutes in, and we have had several game overs. This is the power of Jim Power. Apparently not very powerful. He's a bit fragile. I don't know. He's got a lot of muscles. He's got the hair. He doesn't have the strength, though. But honestly, like, I don't know. If I jumped on spikes that big, I'd probably die. I gotta be honest. They're terrifying. They're really big. Like, Mega Man even had smaller spikes than this. Come on. Okay, GIGS onto the drippy drops. Let's see. Unfortunately, that one did melt off the right arm, but yeah, GIGS using the iframes to get through the rest of those. That is something that can actually be a strategy that people develop. Are there places that are just too hard to get through? And if so, maybe it's just, you know, worth trying once, and if you don't get through it, die, and then use the rest of those iframes in order to get through the nightmare section so that you can start making progress in other areas. Of course, one thing that the players have to keep in mind as well is the timer at the top of the screen, because even though it started relatively high, it goes down pretty quickly, and this level is not short, okay? There are various time pickups in order to extend that. However, even if you die, the timer does not reset. Yeah, this is a nightmare. I hope that you are enjoying this, Tech.
Oh, it's a nightmare to look at.
Okay, Tech doesn't like watching this, but we're on to the first boss for GIJS here, Mr. Neckman. Yeah, I don't have any good name for him. He's just got a good neck. Look at him. Sticks his head out for people. Or sticks his neck out for people. I don't know. Elemotas out of continues, but that is fine. We do not care about that. We care about your best attempt and how far you are able to make it in the course of 45 minutes. And here we go, the bouncy platforms. Can you get on them? It looks like GIGS did. The first mini boss is down. Great job there. Honestly, that is a pretty good push this early on in the tournament. Great job there. Now, we are getting into a stretch towards, I think, some fairly difficult platforming. You're going to see this area with the opening floor. Getting the timing just right can be a little bit difficult here, but GIGS managing to get through the first two areas of the opening floor into the projectiles here. How do you deal with this mask? Oh, very nice jumps, but the spikes are here to threaten you. I like that every item in this game moves. Like, nothing stops except for not even the background, the like front background. I don't know, everything moves. This is Jim Power for ya. Okay, into the next gate. Watch out, the soldier touched you. That is another game over, but a fantastic push there by GIJS. That is our current lead right now. Elemotas having a decent push right now. This wiggling horizontal platform onto the drippy drops. Why do drips kill you in video games? I don't know, it's stupid. It's water. You drink that stuff. If it drips on your face, you feel happy sometimes. Like, if you like rain. I'm not the biggest fan of rain, but if it's like warm rain, sure, go ahead and rain on me, baby. It's fine. It's, you know, I'll take it. But a single drip to the face? I'm not gonna die. That's not how it works. Maybe if it goes down, like, my throat just right, I'll die. Okay, yeah, LM Motos paying attention to the various items as well as the weird kind of floating bugs that if you kill them, they have 3 pickups that come out of them. I generally recommend picking up whatever you can because there are various weapon upgrades, there are super bombs, there are time ups, there are keys, which you actually do need keys in this game. If you do not have the keys and you get to a gate, it will not open. So ignoring those can be a fatal decision for a run. But these attempts go so fast that it's often not the biggest deal if people do end up making a fatal mistake. Oh, you lost a whole minute. Oh, welcome to life. Yeah, I haven't lost a minute like just spacing out, staring into the sky before. Very nice job by LM Motos, just taking it a little bit slower, doing a bit of a stutter step when he knows that enemies are coming up, and often just figuring out how far you have to go in order to get enemies to spawn is one of those memorization tactics that will help you during the match. Get the feel for where the enemies are going to spawn, get them to spawn, and then know you know, is this enemy high enough that I get to avoid them? Are they low enough that I have to kill them? Or is it something that I have to retreat from? Those are the 3 main directions that you have to take. Now, GIJS over here getting some decent progress into the level. We're into the village area with the village people. Definitely less happy than the band. No, yeah, I know. We've got the YMCA going on over here at the tech station. Thank you. Oh, watch out! Oh, Mr. Neckman. Oh, he's not too aggressive. He just likes to do a little hop. You know, stick his head out, look at you a little bit, and then retreat. His pattern, luckily, is very understandable, but usually the first couple times you run into him, you will die a handful of times until you realize, oh, he's absolutely a pushover. Elamotas taking a death in the village, but I think we're gonna see the mini-boss here coming up, and there we go. First time Elamotas has seen Mr. Neckman! I told you, he's Mr. Neckman! That's what he does, he sticks his head out. Okay, GIJS onto the opening platforms. Absolutely terrifying platforms, but made it look like it was easy. Unfortunately, these projectiles can get a bit difficult to dodge if you are not prepared for them, but GIJS, despite 1 death, got through that area. Okay, a pretty decent upgrade to the weapon as well. It looks like the solitary giant rock. Yeah, the thing is, some of the enemies do take several hits here, so whenever you can get upgrades that make the enemies go faster, that is extremely helpful. This game can be a little bit mash heavy at times just due to how difficult it is, and in general, when it comes to Kusogrande, I don't want people hurting themselves. If it gets to the point where it is tiring for your hands, I do always say people, you know, if both of them agree to it, can enable turbo in order to make them. I don't want people getting hurt, you know, but it looks like both of the players are doing okay at this moment. Just both of you know, if that does become a problem, you can go ahead and give me a heads up. Oh, the stomper! GIJS, no, it stomped you! Jim! Unfortunately, there is no key. GIJS is going to have to backtrack with 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining. Can you find a key? Well, the key, as it turned out, was death. You know, sometimes that's the better option in this game. I gotta be honest, it doesn't take too long to go through the levels. We're already about 13 minutes into this match. Elamotas trying to dodge the barrels, luckily doing a fantastic job there. he's considering, do I go for that key up at the top left? No, let's go ahead and head to the right. And I don't believe every key in this stage is required, although they will discover whether or not I'm a big fat liar. All right, we're on to Mr. Neckman. And there we go, using the power bomb in order to get some additional hits on him. I'm not exactly sure how many hits each power bomb does on the mini boss, but we'll see. Will he take the boss down? I believe only a few more hits, and Mr. Neckman should be down. Oh, come on. Ooh, I heard the one-up sound. I love that it just tells you when you get time, when you get a one-up. It's very informative. And there we go, Mr. Neckman down for LM Motos. That is the first mini-boss defeat on this side of the screen. Fantastic job there. All right. Oh no, death right after, but still a personal best is a personal best, and we do not... We don't cry over those. We celebrate them. Great job for that push, LM. Okay, GIJS going and trying to deal with these soldiers. They don't really have weapons, but they just run pretty fast. Honestly, if you don't have a weapon and you have just minimal armor, you can run a lot faster. They're smart, in my opinion here. Now, I know at about this point, at least for me, the issue with the parallax scrolling being very vomitous has started to wear off, and maybe that's just because I have seen this game way too much. It's usually an initial shock, but it starts becoming a little bit more bearable the more you play. But the game does change things up as you go, and I really hope we get to see some of level 2, because you'll really start to understand what nightmares are made of. Okay, good job, LM, using the super bomb in order to clear out some of the enemies there. Also, I love the chubby tree in the background. Oh no, LM was like, I've got iframes, and jumped into the spikes, and unfortunately there was nothing left for him down there. And with only one life left, the Drippy Drops takes him down. GIJS doing a fantastic job just looking around for items and also conserving lives. That tends to be one of the most important things in this game. Figuring out what is going to be the thing that kills you and not dying. And if you can conserve your extra lives, that is what's going to make you make progress. Now in speedrunning, generally it's like, go fast. Lives are a resource, health is a resource, but when you're doing a blind playthrough, usually extending the amount of time that you are able to play a single attempt is what you want to go for, especially in a game that punishes you so much like this one. So taking it a little bit slower, collecting extra time, collecting extra lives, that is what will help you make more progress during a game like this. You know, eventually players will run out of time, and in general, I believe that this game just punishes you by killing you once, and then it resets your timer. So it's not the biggest issue if players run out of time. It still is helpful to collect it, but honestly, everybody is probably going to run out of lives every now and then they'll die. It's fine. It's not a big deal. This game has a lot of extra lives all over the place here. So with that number of lives, if you are only dying due to running out of time or due to one or two enemies, you can probably beat the stage. Okay, Motos passed the Drippy Drops across the spikes, unfortunately on his last life, but I believe there is an extend coming up in just a little bit in one of these items here. However, you gotta watch out for the flying enemies, because that is always a bit of a trap that you have to deal with. Oh, okay, not an extend in that one, but that's okay. We've got a couple extra keys. The items are not random in this game. Everything drops the same every time that you play it. So once you know where the important items are, you will know what you want to kill and if there are any that you want to bypass. Oh, okay, we're on to the stompers for GIJS. I believe that we've only seen about to this area, perhaps a little. Yeah, this looks like a new personal best here. GIJS also has an additional projectile out the back and the double rock shot. LM Motas taken on Mr. Neckman. Oh, I just love this sprite. He's so cute. Honestly, like, he would make a good friend, okay? I want to be friends with Mr. Neckman. I mean, his fashion choices are a little bit weird. GIJS dealing with the very precise jumps there and making it look trivial. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Now we have a moving platform along with a projectile shooter. One death towards the end, and why did the game punish you that hard? Because there's a projectile that spawns right there and the game is evil. Okay, however, GIJS passed one of the hardest sections of level 1. Absolutely incredible that there was only one death to that area. There are a few more major obstacles coming up, so we'll see how GIJS is able to deal with them. Very nice jump here. Got to get the timing of these platforms right in order to get across them. On to the third, across. Fantastic. Unfortunately, the bird. It's always the birds. Birds are evil, okay? Every speedrunner will tell you birds are jerks, and it's absolutely true. You do not want birds. Oh, Elamotas, that is another game over. That is the experience that comes with this game. I do want to thank, by the way, all of the players here who are willing to subject themselves for our entertainment. Honestly, it can be extremely intimidating to play in front of other people, and it like, even with an online tournament, you know, some people get incredibly stressed out. I imagine doing it in front of a live audience while I'm yelling at you about what you're doing has to be a little stressful. So thank you for at least entertaining me. Great job. And also, that was a new personal best by GIJS. Still not finishing level 1, but a very good push. LM Motas is definitely learning this level as well. I think the current advantage is to GIJS. LM Motas has a little more learning to do with some of this. That's another thing that comes with Kusogrande. Even if you go back to the beginning of the stage, you don't learn the knowledge, or you don't lose the knowledge that you have gained as you've been playing. So there's a natural advantage. Going through these areas repeatedly will just help you learn how everything works. LM almost through the drippy drops with no death. Only one death. Pretty good. Very, very nice. I think we may see a new personal best if LM Motas can get through this area with no deaths. He usually has 0 lives after this. If he has 1 extra life, that gives a good chance to beat Mr. Neckman and have a better push. Oh no, the bird! It's always the birds. It's the freaking birds, I swear. Or that guy as well. He's not the nicest dude in the world. I'm just gonna let you all enjoy the music for a second as I drink some water. Rock out to this. Oh, I love these jams. We are 23 minutes in, just about at the halfway point, a little past the halfway point. Both of the players have done a great job learning how level 1 works, and generally, I do not expect people to get past level 1 before the half-hour mark. It's honestly an incredibly difficult game, and yeah, we have not seen level 2. That is completely expected. This game it shows no mercy. It is here to make you cry and make you wonder why video games are real. Are they real? Can they hurt you? I don't know. You might get a migraine after this one. My hope is that, the players are able to play this and then get a decent amount of rest and never have to look at this, at least for the next couple days or so. But that said, this is a game that I personally love to play, and I know one speedrunner who runs this game while wearing the glasses to get the 3D effect. Yeah, if you put one polarized lens over one eye, I'm not sure if it's your left eye or your right eye, I think they have slightly different effects, but if you wear one polarized lens over your eye, it actually does look 3D as you play. And it is trippy. As soon as you stop moving, it looks 2D, but while you're moving, you see depth, and it's like the mountain should not move this way in the background, but they sure do. I fully recommend at least looking at the game for about 5 seconds while doing that. Unless you know it's going to cause you problems, then please do not. Do 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 do. Da do 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 do. Adu. Awesome. Ellen Motas taking down Mr. Neckman. Moving up the stairs, and with 2 extra lives, this is a good push here. I feel like we've got a pretty good shot of seeing some new areas on Motas's screen. Unfortunately, the barrel dudes. How do you have so many barrels in your house? Where do you keep them? Is that all you have? Do you work importing, exporting? Like, what is your story? What is Jim's story? He's got a gun and he's dead. That's all I know about this man, okay? We've got a lot of mutants. It looks like GIJS is onto the Stompers, dying, but with 5 extra lives. This is honestly a very good push. There is a chance, I feel, that we might see stage 2, but welcome to Commentator's Curse. I do not believe in Commentator's Curse unless the players can hear me. And the players can hear me. Thus, I am cursing them. Oh, that is alright. The barrels are dropping, and GIJS is doing a great job of not listening to me at all, which is fantastic. Birds going down. Ellen Motas dealing with drippy drops. No lives left, but this is still good practice, and that was into the spikes. That is a death. Welcome to the game. I've said that a billion times. You've already been welcomed. The game has no welcome. Back to the Forgotten Path. Why is this path forgotten? There are literally people here. It doesn't make sense. The Forgotten Path, right. Okay, over some of the spikes here, we're onto the vertical moving platforms here that aren't completely synced up, so you just have to deal with the timing. Of course, your own timer is still running as that happens. We're across the moving platforms, dealing with the birds and making sure those do not kill GIJS. And here we go, taking down a few more. I love the backtracking. Whenever a bird shows up, if you can get a few bullets out and then backtrack, that is great. Okay, moving up, we're onto this nightmare pit section here. Just got to get some of the timing correct, and that worked out very well. Oh no, a very short moving platform and projectiles. Who would do that with their video game? Whoever made this. And there we go, damage boosting through it. That ended up being practical. Everybody, that is the end of level 1 for GIJS. 28 minutes into this attempt. This is one of the most impressive playthroughs that I have seen so far. Fantastic job there. Now let's go ahead and see what level 2 is made of. Or do we get a boss first? Aha! We do. Deal with this, nerd. It's an eye! Oh, Jim. Okay, the eyeball is the vulnerable section. Unfortunately, the boss just kind of wants to float around for a little while. Luckily, the projectiles are not the biggest deal. I do enjoy that the game really changes a lot of the rules for what's happening. Unfortunately, it just decided to land on top of Jim Power and kill him. Yeah, this boss is... it's not the worst boss in the world, but until you understand how it's going to move, it can be a bit of a challenge. Especially since sometimes the hitbox is active, sometimes it isn't. It's just really hard to know when it's going to be able to hurt you and when it won't. Okay. GIJS tried to move out of the way, but didn't quite make it. And there we go, boss down! Yeah, most of the time, the first time people make it there, they do not have enough lives to get through it, and they get a game over. But GIJS officially on to the second stage. I expect Motos still has a decent chance to make it this far as well. Now you get to deal with other types of vomit. Hey everybody, if you like various types of Contra, you might enjoy this. Of course, because we're dealing with a completely different perspective here, the way the controls work are very different. We will probably see the players figuring out, testing out all of the different buttons to see what they do. And yeah, welcome to Vomit Zone. Yeah, you thought that the first level was bad. We are on to even more badness. Of course, you've got those lovely spinners on the ground. You'll probably see what they do in a little bit. Oh, our tech people are not big fans of this. What killed you? Oh, as it turns out, when you kill some of the enemies, they leave deadly acid on the ground, killing you if you touch it. Luckily, now that you are this far and you have extra continues, you are able to keep going from where you made it. Meanwhile, Motos onto the platforming section here. We are still fairly early on in the stage, but he's wanting to try to make a good press through here. A big thing to remember, though, is that even though the other player is a little further through the game, you still want to make sure that you have enough lives so that you do not keep dying and gaming over and over again. Using the super bomb to his advantage, Motos clearing a bunch of the enemies on the screen. That honestly, that area is pretty dangerous. I honestly feel like that's a great move to use the super bomb right there. One death during the drippy drops means that you have free walk through the rest, and I'm glad that you're using the iframes, Motos. That's extremely important, and one of the strats that sometimes takes people a while to learn. Now, GIJS has learned how to walk, how to turn, how to shoot, but there are other buttons that are helpful during this as well. Yeah, as it turns out, you can jump. Yeah, in a top-down section, jumping, you know, that's exactly what you want in your video games here. I think Flannel Cat, if you see her around, you can go... Oh, Mr. Neckman is back for Motos. Motos has 3 extra lives here, which I believe is one of the best attempts that he's had in this area. That's always great. And he's also learned it's not worth jumping and trying to shoot while his head is in the air. Let's just go ahead and stay on the ground, make my life easier. And that's something that can be honestly exhausting, just like having to think too much can be a lot of work. Having to press too many buttons can get tiring while you're playing this. Make your life easier. Anything that is going to be reliable rather than fast is good when it comes to a blind race. All right, it looks like some of our next players are currently discussing with the GM what is going to happen. I do know that we have some of our players waiting to get their next game, and I am happy with that. Now, we've got just about 11 minutes left. So I would say if we have our players TBCR and Gemnant, if you could come over here, as well as our GM for the 3rd game, please, all of you come over and we can go ahead and start getting things planned out. Oh no, Motos made it to the next gate, but did not have a key. That is one of those issues that can definitely happen. How did you run through the spikes without dying? Were you invincible? Oh, okay. I mean, grabbing invincibility is definitely a good thing. Yeah, that's one of the things with this game. In every section, if there are keys listed, there's a real possibility of getting to a gate that when you don't have any keys, and that can be a little intimidating. Just remembering which keys can I miss, which keys do I need to pick up. GIJS opening one of the gates with a key. Now, there are some terrible issues with this game where there are some keys that you can use in areas, but because you use them for certain gates, they're gone. And the other keys are behind additional gates. If you did not use the keys in the correct locations, you may not be able to finish the level without getting a game over. Now we're into the vomit section. Enjoy the spin. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, I feel like there's a deep level of regret for a lot of people, either playing or watching. But I love it. Like, this doesn't make me motion sick. It makes me happy. I just want to spin. I want to spin all day. That's what I do. Run outside, spin around, fall on the ground. Oh my gosh, it reminds me when I was in college, our friends had was something that they named Dripping Yellow Madness. It was literally just a sheet of polyester or latex or something that it was a loop that you could go, what they did was they hung it from a tree and you could go in almost like a hammock, but because of how much it stretched, it almost wrapped you up like a cocoon dripping off of a tree, and then they would twist it around, twist the cocoon fabric until it was wound up enough that when you released, you spun at an incredible speed, wrapped up in a cocoon. Let me tell you, I have never been that motion sick in my life. Gym Power has nothing on my college friends. Oh my gosh, college is a mistake in some ways, but you know, that's how it goes. Okay, Motos taking down Mr. Mr. Neckman, that's his name. Yeah, I gave him a name. Come on. He doesn't speak English, you know. I gotta give him something that, like, honors what he does. And what he does is he stretches his neck. He's Mr. Mr. Neckman. Yeah. And there we go. Mr. Neckman is dead. I'm sorry, like, you were a gentleman, absolutely a kind fellow, but you know, you were blocking the way for Jim. Jim needed to get through. Okay, GIJS taking down another of these machines, jumping over some of the deadly red glowing stuff. I don't know, lava, could be lava. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's lava. I love the little bushes in this world. It's like, you know, we've got bricks, water, tanks, and bushes. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. GIJS has learned that there is a map button for this area as well. That's another thing in Kusogrande. With a lot of bad games, you'll find that controls will continuously change as they make it to new levels. So if you do find any level that looks at all different, that controls at all different, you want to check all of your buttons. That is a good rule of thumb. Always test everything. Okay, Motos onto the drippy drops. I'm hoping that he can make it to level 2. Come on, Motos, I've got the faith. You've got the power, the gym power. Okay, all of those spinning items, the wiggling platforms. I know at this point you have been staring at a nightmare for so long, it gets incredibly difficult to focus. And that's another issue with this game, that it absolutely, like, there's some games where you continuously get better as you play, and this, you do get better, but it also just becomes harder to look at because you have been staring at things that scroll the incorrect directions for so long. Okay, Motos trying to get this without falling into the spikes. Very nice. And he had a key in order to get through the gate. Without that key, that possibly would have been a soft lock where he had to get a game over in order to actually get back to that with the key. Yeah, I'm not completely sure if that's the case, but this game can be a nightmare in certain ways. With that said, like, despite all, into the stairs for GIS, onto, yeah, more of this, it's red. Okay, and as it turns out, this second area is basically more of the same, but worse. As you can tell, we already had a death because of the spinners and the moving tanks. I'm gonna call those tanks, even if they aren't very tank shaped. I don't even know what else I could call them though. They're not bad guys. They're bad. Oh, they're so bad. Okay. GIJS just trying to counteract the spinning while walking through there. We've got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock. There is still technically time, I feel. It's going to be incredibly difficult just because of how long some of these levels can take and how much the game punishes you for trying to go fast. It will keep pushing back. Okay, we've got a lovely map here. This is something that, honestly, more games in the Super Nintendo era needed. Literally, any game that had any type of maze area needed something like this. Okay, Motos on to his last life. I do not think if there's a game over, there is a chance at all to catch up, and that is all right. Essentially, the players are on their last attempts at this point. Of course, GIJS has a couple extra lives. There is still a chance, though. Let's see what they are able to do in these final 2 minutes. Okay, enemies dropping barrels, trying to take Jim Power down. Jim Power grabbing a key. There is a super bomb. Who cares about super bombs when we only have 2 minutes left? Yeah. Now, a big question for me. There's extra time. Mr. Neckman is back. That's okay. We know how to deal with him. Meanwhile, GIJS dealing with the key gauntlet. How many keys do you need to get through this section? Is one more enough? And it looks like it is. Onto the tanks, just rolling back and forth. Maybe they're just like they're little guys, you know? They just go back and forth. I heard a womp 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 in the background, and I don't know what that was, but I'm pretty sure. Oh no, Motos! That is the end of your attempt. Fantastic job for Motos here. You have been great. GIJS will be the one moving on, but I want to watch the last minute to see what you can do with these last 2 lives. Can you make it past the second section of this nightmarish top-down area? Or not? It's probably too far away right now, but that is fine because there are a lot of keys required. But let's see what types of obstacles are here over the next 45 seconds. Yeah, Motos, are you glad that you didn't get to play this section? Okay, this is the same game, I promise you. Yeah, our tech over here is saying that the top-down sections do feel a little bit more reasonable, and I somewhat agree, especially since I believe there is a Contra game on the Super Nintendo that is somewhat similar to this, maybe not as vomitous, but it controls fairly similarly, and it works out pretty okay. And it doesn't have the ultra parallax scrolling of death. Okay, are you able to get to the end? Stairs! And that is time. That is the end of the match. As it turns out, there is a third section, but you can deal with that later if you would like. Give it up for GIJS. You will be moving on to round 2, and I will send you a message when we are ready for that. Now, unfortunately, I need to run to help with the escape room. We will have a new GM stepping in. They will introduce themselves. So everybody, I've been Brosentia. I'll see you tomorrow morning for a little more Kuso Live. Enjoy the next 2 matches. Take care.
Hello. Oh, wow, I'm loud. That's cool. I'm excited by that. Hello, I'm Flannel Cat, and I'm hosting this issue of, this is an issue of Kusogrande Live here at SGDQ 20, whatever year it is. And we are playing one of my favorite video games, Dragonfire, and Gemnian and TBCR will be racing this extremely exciting game that we can only call an iMagic banger. It is 2 screens of fury, and we're going to be playing for a high score, which I need to make sure I'm writing down. Anyway, if our racers are feeling ready, you will start this game by hitting start multiple times, because it is bound to the number 1 button on the ColecoVision, which has a numpad on it. So I'm going to count you in and just hit start a few times and it'll go. So 3, 2, 1, go! All right. We are off to the races. Both players are dead already. And they're dead again. Going for 3. Oh, we've got to jump over a fireball now and into the castle. Part 2. It is collecting treasure while the dragon bullies you in the corner repeatedly. All right, we are into Castle 2 for Gemnian's side, who is eating fireballs and is now dead. Thou art finished. TVCR into the first castle. TBCR into the second castle now, on the bridge, trying to navigate the bridge, getting hit by fireballs, into the water. Into the water. It's a common theme. Alright, Gemnian into Castle 1. TVCR stepping into Castle 2 and immediately getting lit on fire. But I believe that is a high score right now that I have not written down yet. Is there any way I can get a notepad or something here to write things down? That would be so helpful for me instead of trying to use my phone.
Some space here.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, if you at any point need me to use that, but like you don't want to pick up on like the ASL from you.
Okay. Thank you. All right, sorry about that. I see we are in Castle 3 with 3,100 points. Thou art finished. High watermark at the moment. Gemni into Castle 1. This game is fast and furious. It is vicious. It is brutal. But it is a lot of fun. What we are seeing is our racers are going to try to find their way into the castles and steal all the treasure. Exit the castle only to find another castle in front of them. Will they ever find peace? No. This game repeats infinitely. Alright, Gemni trying to find their way into the third castle, trying to break that 3,100 barrier. Now we see on the third castle the drawbridge starts to move back and forth. But don't worry, there's more tricks up this game's sleeve. Alright, we are in Castle 1. The runners are getting pretty comfortable with dodging the fireballs. Into Castle 2, learning to find the... And, like, fireball RNG is a huge thing in this video game. Because sometimes the dragon just shoots 7 fireballs at you in the doorway and you die 7 times. Alright, we are in the third castle, and now we have bonus goblin. And we have exited Castle 3 onto the drawbridge of Castle 4, where the archer has taken notice of you, possibly. Nope, maybe not yet. To be determined. As well, the fireballs start to move at different intervals. So just when you think you're safe, a fireball to the knee. Alright, new high watermark, 5,000. But don't worry, this match is 3 minutes in. Gemnian walking into a room and immediately getting hit by like 3 fireballs. This is why the game gives you 7 lives. See, as we see TVCR just getting completely bullied by a dragon in the corner. Gemnian finding their way. I believe TVCR said that there is a second jump button, which is something I have failed to tell the players, so I'm glad they found that in 4 minutes in. Alright, on the way into Castle 2 for TVCR. Getting decent dragon luck despite taking a fireball there. On the way to Castle 3, the drawbridge has awoken. Alright, just gotta get in there. We've got Gemini on Castle 3 bridge as well. Well, I mean, I guess it would be a race this time. Oops. New high watermark on TVCR side. Both players doing their best just to cross this bridge. However, thou art finished. Thou art will be finished in 45 minutes. Alright. Back in the next castle room. We got some loud beeping noises. I'm not sure where that came from. Alright, getting reasonable dragon luck. Now I think the best speedrun category of this video game is complete 10 castles. So we'll see if any of our players are up to that task. Beep beep. Alright, Gemnian into castle. Both players starting fresh. Gemnian finishing Castle 1 without taking a death. and immediately getting hit by a dragon, or, you know, by dragon fire, the name of the video game. Eh? Eh? This game is exceptionally fast and does not give you a moment of rest at all. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Bonk into the side of the castle. Yep. We found the fun new feature of why you can't jump into the doorway.
Yep. They've done that 10 times. It's great.
So, if you play the Intellivision version of this video game, you can freely jump into the doorway and be safe. And the Intellivision version is a bit easier. I think TBC are having some terrible dragon luck here. But in the Coleco version, which is usually like... The Coleco's the high end of the second generation of video games. There's no jumping into that doorway. Alright, TBCR on the way into Castle 3. Just about to set a new high watermark. Unfortunately, doesn't quite make it. Gem trying to find their way into the third castle. Unfortunately, the fireballs get tricky. I usually find my best strat is to go quickly. Because the dragon does not want TBCR to have any treasure. However, they are into Castle 2 already. It's not commentator curse if I can't finish the sentence. Like Gemini almost finding their way into Castle 3 and taking a dip into the water. Oh, bonking against the side of the castle. With the shortest, smallest, innocuous jump. Alright. TBCR on the way into Castle 3. Gemini in Castle 3. Unfortunate dragon fire. Oh, the bridge claims another. Alright. Alright. Races are starting to work out how to get into these castles on each loop. TBCR just getting a little bullied. Oh god. Oh no. Oh no. Gemini into Castle 3 with the fun goblin. Lovingly nicknamed Party Goblin into Castle 4. Setting a new PB. On the way into Castle 5. Into the water. Alright. High water mark 5,800. That is an impressive score if you've been looking at this video game. It's squirrely. What if I told you this was one of my favorite ColecoVision games?
Honestly, I kind of want to play this.
It's really good. Contractually obligated to play it. Alright, more fire. However, Gemini headed into Castle 3. TBCR in Castle 2 right now. Trying to find that treasure. Cannot exit until you have all the treasure. Pepsi Man is very courteous like that. There's no denying with that outfit. Alright, into Castle 3 with Party Goblin. Ooh, Party Goblin getting a swing on ya. However, I believe that's a PB on score. Gemini in Castle 2. I think that there's one thing that the Coleco has. It's very entertaining, like death states. Alright. Runners just trying to find their way across this bridge. Into Castle 3 with Gemini. TBCR cleaning up Castle 1. All right, on to Bridge 4. Jumping into the wall while on the floor. You try to be safe, you try to jump over things, and the castle wall says no.
The short jump and the long jump are so different.
Alright, into Castle 2 with both players waiting at the door to try to find their way inside. I didn't think you could do that, but here we are. Alright, both players on the bridge of Castle 3. Gemini inside Castle 3 with Party Goblin. Unable to leave the doorway. Dragon says no. Alright, on Bridge 4, spilling into the water. Slight PB there by 100 points. Beep, beep. The beeping occurs is when you try to hit the left or right side button, which are bound to, they are bound to cause flashing noises or beeping noises. Because the Coleco controller, if you've never seen one, has a big little, like, it's not an analog stick, but it's not an analog stick. And it is not conducive for really, like, last-minute controls or anything. Alright, into Castle 3. Party Goblin is here. On the bridge of Castle 4. Unfortunately, unable to get into Castle 4. Thou art finished. TBCR bouncing off the wall. Alright, in Castle 2, working our way into Castle 1. There's the worst position for anything, the bottom left corner. Just all the way tucked in the corner, an item that the dragon just won't let you have. Alright, Gemniant running around Castle 1, on to Bridge 2. Oh, TBCR finding some small tech, unfortunately taking a fireball, but that probably will come in handy later. Finding a safe pixel. Oh, the bridge is too wily. Gemnian taking a second. Reasonable. If you need it, rest your hands. Thou art finished. Alright, Gemnian in Castle 1. Pepsi break on TBCR's side. Alright, on to Bridge 3. Gemnian getting pretty consistent about getting further into these castles. Unfortunately, around Bridge 3 is when the timing on the fireballs changes slightly. And only will get worse. Party Goblin just staying on top of a piece of treasure, finding the right time to get in, and moving into Bridge 4. However, thou art finished. Start balking against the... I'm sorry, the... I promise I'm not laughing at the players, but the animation is just so funny. The players are doing great given the circumstances of what I've put in front of them, a brutal video game. Alright, into Bridge 3 here. Unfortunate drawbridge incident. Alright, finding the right timing. Making the long jump, unfortunately getting hit by a fireball on the way. Just trying to find the fireball timing again on TBCR's side. It can get away from you. Jumping into the wall. Alright. I like the corner discovery, though. Alright, into Castle 2. Dragon is not happy. TBCR in Castle 1. Oh, dragon, please. Oh. All right, Gemini into Castle 4. The goblin got hit by a fireball is not an interaction I remember happening.
67.
Hitting a new high watermark with 67, however. Alright, getting the rhythm on Castle 1 down pretty well. And jumping over these fireballs is a lot more precise than it needs to be. TBCR in Castle 1, heading into the bridge of Castle 2. Alright, Jimmy headed into Castle 4 moat. Trying to find the bridge timing, getting an unfortunate fireball right in the doorway. Taking out Party Goblin. And escaping Castle 4 onto Bridge 5. And thou art finished. Alright. Fresh file, fresh attitude, TBCR into Castle 2. Trying to find the right way. Unfortunate timing on the fireballs lining up there. Whoop. Oh. Last second fireball that wasn't even on screen, I suppose. Alright, into Castle 3. Party Goblin removed. Taking a fireball to the knee. TBCR waiting for the right moment where the double fireball goes, so they won't be so lined up next time. All right, Gemini in Castle 4. Unfortunately, not setting a new PB, but having an excellent attempt. All right, cleaning up Castle 1. TBCR waiting for the right moment. I like the strategy at play here. I think it'll work out in the long run. Unfortunate dragon circumstances. Finding safe spots in the rooms at least, too, to exit the room when you're ready and not when the dragon's ready. Jimmy running around in Castle 3, getting some unfortunate fireballs along the way. Into the moat of Castle 4. A fate many of us know. Alright, cleaning up Castle 1, having some unfortunate fireball luck. Heading over the bridge of Castle 3, Party Goblin. The the axe directly in front of the dragon, making it nearly impossible to find. Oh, TBCR getting sniped at the doorway, unfortunately, on a very good attempt. Alright, down in the water on Castle 5 for Gemnian. Alright, in Castle 2, we're losing their first life. TBCR in Castle 1, on the mode of Castle 2. Working out the fireball timing. Whoa, bonking into the wall. Party Goblin getting the best of Gemini in here on Castle 3. Now, this video game is something, unfortunately, that I did not grow up with, but I really wish I did. But when I discovered it, it quickly became one of my favorite experiences on the ColecoVision. So I did grow up with the ColecoVision. I usually had better games, though. But this is a fun experience, but goodness, can it be a certain way. All right.
I prefer fast to horribly slow.
Pepsi Man needs that treasure.
Plus, every drawbridge death is just comedy gold.
our lovely co-host tech person. I don't know what's your title right now. Tech here is saying every drawbridge is comedy gold, and you know what? He's right. Every time someone bonks against the wall while jumping into the doorway, the dragon killing you 4 times in the doorway.
Slips off the drawbridge because it's receding. It just slides.
All right, Gemini into Castle 3. TBCR waiting for the right moment to cross Castle 2's bridge, taking out Party Goblin in Castle 3. Heading into the doorway. Finding the right timing. Castle 4 gets really tricky. Getting across this bridge is not free or easy. Even in the best of times. TBCR indicating that they, I'm not sure if the runners are mic'd up or not, but they're getting a little psyched out by the fireballs, which is reasonable. It'll, like, you always anticipate that bottom fireball coming out, and your instinct is to jump. Like, yeah, I will simply jump the fireball. And the castle door, despite how low off the ground you may be, is there to remind you why you can't do that. I think my favorite jumps are the ones where you just miss the drawbridge and just kind of air kick your way down. All right. Deathless into Castle 2 on TVCR's side. Unfortunate dragoning. The dragon does not want any of this. All right, into Castle 3, or Bridge 3. A much, much more difficult experience. However, we've seen TVCR studying the bridges on Castle 1 and 2 pretty thoroughly, and which led them to going deathless into Castle 2. So I think once studying, they'll find their way across Bridge 3 pretty easily. Gemini into Castle 4, on Bridge 5, in the water with 8,600 points. Thou art finished. But don't worry, we're maybe halfway there. Anything can change. One good run is all it's going to take. Alright, Gemini in Castle 3 getting some bad dragon luck. TBCR working on getting across Bridge 1. Into Castle 4. Finding a clean dragon. Headed into Castle 5. In Castle 5. Oh, new PB. Now there's arrows. Into Castle 6. 12,200. Castle 6 is an accomplishment. Alright, starting a new run. Anything can happen. I don't even think there's extra lives in this game. Getting rough dragon luck. The dragon does not want Gemini playing this video game. Into Castle 3. Goblin down. No dragon shots. TVCR cleaning up Castle 2. Gemini leaping into the wall of Castle 4 or 3, whichever one it was. TBCR entering Castle 3. Well, on the bridge to Castle 3. Finding the right moment. Gemini in Castle 2. Unfortunate fireball, but you know that drawbridge is the ultimate thing that psychs a player out. It becomes so scary. Gemini into Castle 3. Getting bullied in the doorway of Castle 3. Oof. Alright. TBCR waiting for the right time to go. entering Castle 2, still has 5 lives remaining. Beautiful dragon, or beautiful castle treasury, dragon room, whatever we want to call it. I see the strategy at play here. And it unfortunately never quite seems like the fireballs line up with the drawbridge. Oh, unfortunate death on Castle 4. Making a clean attempt into Castle 1. Dragon playing nicely for once. Headed into Castle 2. TBCR in Castle 3 with Party Goblin. Low on lives, but still 3,300. Good attempt. Gemnian getting bullied by Dragon 3. I wouldn't put it past the dragon to read inputs. Alright, on the way into Castle 5. TBCR waiting to get into Castle 2. Had a deathless Castle 1. Dragon not playing nice. Getting that last piece of treasure and getting lit on fire. TBCR entering the bridge of Castle 3. 6 lives remaining. Gemnian in Castle on Bridge 3, I should say. I really like to think that these are just a row of castles all connected by a bridge.
It's just one
Gemnian entering Castle 4 has such a good strategy on getting across the bridge. And it is a there's not any RNG on the castle itself, from what I understand. Everything's going to be in the same place every time. Inside the castle is a completely different story. TBCR has the worst piece of treasure in the game sitting right on top of the dragon's face. Gemnian inside Castle 6. Setting a new PB with 12,800. Oh, what did you get? I have to check the videotape on that. I'm sorry.
You'll get another PB.
You both did really well at the same time. All right. TBCR entering Castle 2.
The dragon can aim right at the door.
TBCR is he's downloaded the strats on the bridge here. Getting through the bridges of 1 and 2 pretty nicely at this point. Moving into Bridge 3. Finding the right moment. Jumping. Oh, unfortunate bridge close opening. Still, 3 more lives left. If there's one thing this game can do, given how quick your lives go and how easy it is to die, is to just, you get into a rhythm of the game murdering you, and it takes a moment to just recenter yourself and remember how to jump over things and like the language of the game. Gemnian running into the side of the wall at ground level. All right, fresh run on TBCR's side, fresh run on Gemnian's side. I like the strats TBCR has adopted, though. All right, into Castle 2. Unfortunate Door Dragon. Into Castle 1 on TBCR side. It's full of swords today. All right, on Bridge 2. Bridge 4 on Gemnian's side. Oh. 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 All right, on Bridge 3 on TBCR side. Gemnian finished on Bridge 5. I think the thou art finished is the icing on the game over cake.
It really is. Game didn't have much to work with, but
All right, finding the right moment on bridge 3 over here. Oof, unfortunate. Both players falling into the water in the same spot. Thou art finished in Castle 3. TBCR working their way over the bridge. All right, Castle 2. TBCR jumping. Just causing noises now. All right, Party Goblin guarding the door. All right. Almost clear of Castle 4. There's the dreaded item sitting in front of the dragon. On to Bridge 5. Into the wall of Castle 5. Clean dragon room on TVCR side. Love to see it. 'Cause it's the one thing, like, you can count on the fireballs on the bridge. You cannot rely on the dragon fireballs being anywhere in particular. Getting a nice room setup on Castle 2, entering Bridge 3. Unfortunate item right by the dragon for Gemnian. All right, on Bridge 4, into Castle 4. I like when the dragon shoots not at the player. Oh, into Moat 4. All right, cleaning up Castle 1, Deathless Castle 1. Into Castle 2. Door Dragon. Alright, TBCR finding the right moment to make their journey across in the secret magic pixel. Gemnian headed into Bridge 4. Alright, Castle 4 going down. Only one life left on Gemnian's side, headed onto Bridge 5. Oh, getting the last second fireball to the knee. So the fireball didn't even show up on screen. Both players getting a little bullied on Bridge 1. Still making the attempt. TBCR getting through Castle 1. Gemnin in Castle 2. Bridge 3. Moat 3. Alright, TBCR in Castle 2. Rough dragon fireballs there in a row. Alright, clean. Dare I say clean Castle 1. TBCR working their way across Bridge 3. Alright, TBCR finding the right moment to cross into. Finding their way into Castle 3. Waiting in the doorway until the time is right is a reasonable and good solution. All right, waiting for the dragon to stop paying attention. Unfortunate, but a great attempt nonetheless. All right, fresh attempts, fresh attitude. A lot of treasure along the left wall on Gemnian's side here for some reason. All right, TBCR using the safe spaces. All right, Gemniant making it into Castle 3. Thou art finished. Both players cleaning up Castle 2, headed on to Bridge 3. Gemnian in... Oh, I'm sorry, Castle 2 here. Alright, Castle 3. Bridge 4. Into Castle 3 on TBCR side. Waiting for the right moment. Excellent. Nabbing of treasure in the more dangerous position. Off of Castle 3 into Bridge 4. All right. The strategies on Castles 3 and 4 can be very similar. Almost making it into Castle 4. Still another life, and that was exceptionally close. Alright, Gemniant jumping into Castle 3. Into Castle 4 on TBCR side. Surveying the floor where the treasure is and what we're going to pick up first. Still grabbing some treasure. Out of Castle 4 into Bridge 5. Alright, finding the right moment. Gemniant cleaning up Castle 1 in Castle 2. Oh, still a new PB, knowledge downloaded, and progression made. An excellent run on TBCR side. Gemniant into Castle Bridge 5, into Moat 5. All right, running on in. Going to be on Bridge 6 very soon. Bridge 6 into Castle 6. Into Bridge 7. The archer is now angry, but the drawbridge has relaxed. Trying to find their way across Bridge 7. Into Castle 7. TBCR working across Bridge 3. Unfortunate death in Castle 7. However, amazing. It is very tough to play a game on stage. It is very tough to play in front of an audience, and it is very tough to play this video game. So, you know, playing under pressure is something that's difficult, and we should understand that. All right, death on Bridge 3. Gemniant crossing Bridge 3. Into Moat 3. TBCR deathless through Castle 1. Gemniant fighting the dragon for TBCR into Castle 2. Unfortunate timing on the dragon's part. The dragon just doesn't want this run to continue. Gemniant getting a treasure room where almost all of it was on top of itself. Party Goblin. Not here for fun today. Gemniant in Castle 3. Not Gemniant, TBCR. Gemniant is in Bridge 1. Alright, Bridge 1, both players. Rough fireball on Gemnian side. Getting dragoned. The fireball to the feet, the famous move. All right. Gemnian moving forward. TVCR on Castle 2. Ow. Bridge 4. Well, worst treasure position in the universe. All right. Crossing into Bridge Castle 5. Party Goblin has stopped partying. Barely getting away for some fire there. Into Castle 6. 1 life remaining. There are now arrows in the castle. Oh, getting arrowed. Unfortunate death in Castle 2 for TVCR. We do 50-minute rounds?
45.
45. Oh. All right. This is a 3-minute warning. You have been at this for 42 minutes, and I applaud you individually. But still, all it takes is one good run. Anything can change. And here at Kusogrande, we're no strangers to the last 30-second lead change. Unfortunate deaths on both sides, moving back into Castle Bridge 1. Into Castle 1 on both players. Unfortunate fire. Oh no! The fireballs. Into Castle 2 on Gemnian side. Standing right in front of the dragon to assert dominance. Into Castle 2. Unfortunate dragoning. Picking up that last treasure in the process. Gemnian headed into Castle 4. Crossing Bridge 5. Has the bridges down pretty well. It's arrow time. Amazing duck there. Into Castle 6. Thou art finished. Incredible run, however. I should call up the next... Hey, if you're in the next round of Kusogrande Live, you should come back here. Go see the person waving. Paging the next round of Kusogrande Live. Please go see your nearest Strambles today. Do we know who we...
I don't know who they are.
I know exactly who both of them. There's Alara. Where's Cyphrin? All right, thou art finished. An excellent attempt, though. I believe we still need one of our competitors here. Cyphrin, where are you? Oh, that's time also. Sorry. I'm bad at this, apparently. So we're going to hit time. Let's get a round of applause for our players here. This game is frustrating and amazing. And that's a high watermark on TVCR side with 7,300. The last minute push. Well, unfortunately, Gemnian did end up with 16,000. TVCR with 7,300. Both incredible scores. Getting past like Castle 3 is an honor. So we'll be, I guess, in touch about the next thing. And we're going to go get set up for the next match.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kusogrande Live. This is going to be our last match for today, but we will have more matches on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so, as you can see, we have a wonderful, lovely, fantastic Donkey Kong game for everyone's favorite Nintendo system, the Sega Genesis. So this is Super Donkey Kong 99, and if our players are ready, I'll see some thumbs up. All right, we'll count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is Super Donkey Kong 99. As we can see, I believe Alara already took a death. So this is bootleg at its finest. A classic character for a system that it wasn't meant to be on. So it has essentially the same kind of elements of Donkey Kong Country. You have barrels, you have bananas, you have all your favorite enemies from the Donkey Kong Country series, like the Dragonfly. And just wonderful, wonderful physics. So we can see we're jumping in barrels. We have, I believe, 3 or 4 lives per level, and because I'm going to be kind, if they do lose out all on the lives, they do have to start the stage from the beginning. So, bootleg at its finest.
I'm like 90% sure those dragonflies weren't in the first game.
Yeah, no, the Dragonflies are definitely in Donkey Kong Country. I've never played any of the Donkey Kong Country games, so take my word with as much salt as you like.
Like, they were definitely in too.
But yeah, so Donkey Kong has most of Donkey Kong's moves. He can move, he can run, and he can pick up barrels. He cannot punch, he cannot roll. This Donkey Kong, I don't have a rhyme with roll. It's an obvious rhyme with roll, but I lost it. But a lot of these stages are going to be, like, you have to be very careful, as we see Alara jumping onto a... what are those animals? Gosh, I'm losing track of everything already. Vultures. Throwing what I believe are seeds, just a fraction too fast. Hitboxes in this game are merely suggestions. You have no idea where something is actually going to hit you or where you're actually going to hit something else. The double collision does not go into your favor, and Cypherin does take a death. And we are bouncing on enemies, and this is just stage 1. We're only 2 minutes in, and this game is absolutely brutal. And it does follow Donkey Kong Country rules. You do collect 100 bananas, you will get an extra life. And there we go, Alara getting to the end of the first level in World 1, essentially. So we move on to the second level and immediately running into a raccoon. That raccoon did not invite you into its house and is very angry. But we are past that. And Cypherin taking another death to these vultures. They are not kind. We have more flying vultures on Alara's screen. And collecting the first of the Donkey Kong letters. And unfortunately, you only get 1 life if you collect all the Donkey Kong letters. Taking a barrel of chance. And we have Kremlins. And again, their hitboxes are a suggestion. And you probably have noticed the screams. The screams of the enemies when you kill them. Oh, Cypherin picking up the barrel, throwing it at whatever Edward Scissors Kremlin, but running into the vulture yet again. Yes, our players are commenting that this is very bad. This is what happens when you enter Kusogrande. You experience video games that aren't quality. But they're of a quality, that is correct. But there is stuff to love about just bootlegs in general. There's a weird creativity in stealing assets for your game and utilizing them in a way that may or may not be intended. And another hitbox is a suggestion on that Kremlin for Alara, having to start over, but now knowing the rules of the beaver's house is just jumping on that beaver. Cypherin, on the other hand, has learned the skill of picking up barrels and killing that dragonfly, again, which is an actual enemy from Donkey Kong Country 2. And as you've probably noticed by now, the song is maybe just a 2-measure loop. Do 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 do. Yeah, essentially just that. We won't get a music change. Yes, so if you do full game over, you get sent back to the beginning of the world. So if you do make it to World 2, you will get to continue at that world. And Cypherin, making it past Stage 1, yeah, we can take those claps. Our players definitely need the motivation, because this game is, and Cypherin not understanding the rules of the Beaver's house collides directly into Mr. Beaver. Yes, and the Beaver has a walk zone that is pretty much just the house. And with hitbox being a suggestion in this game, you just kind of have to pray that you're going to land on the Beaver, and the Beaver's hitbox doesn't take priority. Alara having to start over, but is making quick work of the first level of the world, and has finished it. So, back in action. After watching already 3 matches today, I already feel exhausted, which is not a good sign because this game is even more exhausting. We have our vultures back throwing coconuts. And it looks like we have a freeze on Alara. That is what we call bootleg. So I guess just reset. I apologize. Bootleg at its finest. Well, Stage 1 is where a lot of people live. This has been in a Kusogrande before, and World 1 was a place a lot of the players lived for most of the match. But Cypherin is on to the first boss. We have a Mecha Bee. It is red. Cypherin is trying to throw some barrels at it. I think maybe has gotten 1 hit onto this bee. And it is back. It has a very simple, I guess, sine graph cycle. But I think Cypherin's got the pattern down, knows how to deal with this bee. It's just a matter of being patient and not accidentally getting yourself bead. And Alara, back to the second stage of World 1. Gonna see if they can not actually, that's disrespectful. Let's pray they can get to that end of Stage 2. Keep this race close. But happy to see that we already have our bee on screen less than 10 minutes into this match. And yes, it is a slog. This bee takes not 1, not 2, not 3. We will count it together. I believe that was the 3rd hit. Oh, was that the 5th hit? Audience, 4 hits? At least 4. Yeah, they really decided how to actually make boss hits work in this game. The traditional 3, they didn't like that. 4, maybe not. But that is the 5th hit, or final hit. Number questionable, but Cypherin moving on to World 2. So we have a boardwalk, but we have a new song, and that Kremlin. Hitboxes are a suggestion. But yes, another classic Donkey Kong song. If anyone can remember what Donkey Kong Country game this song came from, you'll get some bonus points. Fun fact, it is not from a Donkey Kong Country's game. But you probably knew that. But we have this boardwalk level. Cypherin is collecting some bananas, jumping on some vultures, making their way through. And now we have monkeys throwing Deku Nuts. Or acorns. I believe they're acorns. Those are acorns. I believe this game was free, so you will get a free discount. And Cypherin finding the trapdoor of World 2. That is our gimmick for World 2. We have trapdoors that if you just happen to be on them, they will just say goodbye, and Donkey Kong gets to see a nice out-of-platform world.
I love how the enemies are from Donkey Kong Country 2. The stages are from 3, and the playable characters are from 1.
Yeah, so this video game has everything you want. It combined every Donkey Kong Country game into one masterful piece. Our tech friend Knox here saying it has the characters from Donkey Kong 1, the enemies from Donkey Kong 2, and the stage designs of Donkey Kong 3. What more could you ask for in a Donkey Kong Country game? Well, this is not a Donkey Kong Country game. This is Super Donkey Kong 99. Sega does what Nintendo don't. But we got more stage pitfalls there for Cypherin. Alara getting past these vultures, getting close to Mecha B. We've got Khan. We've almost got the full spelling of Kong, and barreling directly into the Dragonfly, but goes back into the barrel. I thought Alara was dead, but luckily was not. And here we are at the B. And floating barrel over dead Donkey Kong. And yes, unfortunately, there is no checkpoint, so you do have to do the entire level from the beginning. And there is a clear from Cypherin, finishing stage 2, or stage 2-1. Yes, counting is hard. If you can count to 2, you have more on me than I do. But yes, now we have these platforms, the snake getting Cypherin. An unfortunate hit, but yes, when you do jump, if you hit a ceiling, your momentum, I believe, does get... I don't know, I think it continues, but having to time these is very mean, especially when they keep constantly putting enemies in these low ceiling areas. Having to time these jumps is just nasty. Oh, and getting armadilloed. Cypherin taking another death. Still has 5 Donkey Kongs left, so has some good life. And Alara, no, getting Kremlin. Those Kremlins just don't have respectable hitboxes. Oh, and the General just deciding that Donkey Kong does not get past him. But this is bootlegs at its finest. Like, we see a lot of bootlegs in Kusogrande, from Mario bootlegs to Donkey Kong bootlegs to Sonic bootlegs. Like, if you can think of a game, it probably has a bootleg somewhere. And taking the trapdoor into the Armadillo's trap, Cypherin losing another life, and Vultures just throwing coconuts at Alara. Not friendly. Like, I do not apologize for the game that I've given them, because this is entertainment. This is content. Content that we all love and all want to see. Somehow, Laura, got the kindness of the first Kremlin, but the second Kremlin, wanting revenge, chose to have its hitbox directly into Donkey Kong. More barrels, more Donkey Kong letters. Cypherin is definitely paying respects to that trapdoor by visiting it. It wanted to just say, "Hi, Donkey Kong. Welcome to my pit." Alara, I don't believe the mics are on over there, saying, "What are these hitboxes?" And that is the correct opinion of Super Donkey Kong 99. The hitboxes make very little sense. Cypherin over the pitfall into another armadillo, taking that armadillo out. We've got, I believe those are claptraps. Not the other claptraps that got more famous. And here we are at the acorn throwing monkey, baiting it out. But yes, the monkeys do throw acorns behind them, which is a discovery. But yes, Donkey Kong just doesn't seem to control as he normally does. He's a little sluggish in this. There is a run button. So there are 3 buttons. There is a run button, there is a jump button, and there's a pick-up barrel button. Donkey Kong just decided he didn't need all of his moves set in order to beat this specific game. He's giving the enemies a little bit of an advantage. Cypherin back at these claptraps, jumping over them. Alara has only spelled KNG, which is random number generation. Cypherin getting Acorn, but Alara back at the B boss. But the B getting the best of Alara that time. And Cypherin going through. So the thing that Cypherin's running into is Cypherin's able to collect enough bananas to essentially just keep lives for Donkey Kong, which is good because you don't want to have to redo 2-1. And there's also lives are plentiful in this game, and it shows because the bootleg designers of this game realize that you're going to lose a lot of lives and quickly, so they at least gave the player the opportunity to collect as many lives as possible in the levels. So props to them for realizing that they made a game that was hard, but they were kind by giving lives. So Alark spelling Kong and almost making it back to the boss. We have the B yet again, getting the first hit. Throwing a barrel. Red B does not like barrels, but in the sense that... Oh, and we have some kindness. I believe our runners right now are friends, so they are giving each other hints. That is such kindness that you don't typically get to see in some Kusogrande matches. So, love to see it. You love to see friends. We already had a friendship match earlier today. I don't believe they shared any hints with each other because they were out for blood. There's another hit. The B just casually just walking all the way over. So I believe Alara is going to get this. Oh, and the monkey with the acorn. Cypherin. I'm going to let you in on a little secret, Cypherin. It does not get better. If you think that one monkey's a jerk, you're going to find a very fun thing once you get past that monkey. Getting near to the end of the hits on this boss for Alara. I believe it's either 1 or 2 more hits, and Donkey Kong will be through. There is the hit, and now I can finally share my experience playing this game. When I played this game, I killed the bee too low on the screen, and the bee just floated down through the platform, and I could not complete the level. I had to restart the game, so I'm glad to see that did not happen for either of our players. Again, bootlegs at its finest. That monkey is not playing nice.
That hitbox.
Yeah, you really have to figure out where that acorn hitbox is going to be and timing it perfectly just to get through. And then when we do, we will see the glory that you'll have to get by afterwards. So Alara on 2-1, Cypherin on 2-2. So Cypherin does have the lead at this point. And we are only 20 minutes into this match. So we still have 25 more minutes to go. And so there's going to be still a lot of potential. So this race is not close to over. Whoever can figure out how to get past that monkey with the acorn is going to have a distinct advantage. There we go. We're through, but there is the pit. Cypher, though, tangible progress. We love to see just even a little bit more progress than the run before. So that is definitely motivating. We love to see that. Now Laura getting the letter K, collecting another life. This game is not kind, and our players are doing fantastic right now. This game is pulling all of its stops to say, we don't want you to play this game. The hitboxes just decide to do whatever they'd like. Collect another K, another life for Cypherin. Back at this monkey, I think has learned the tech, but has bumped his head at the top of the screen. Donkey Kong becoming very close friends with that pit. That is the curse of sometimes when you don't lose momentum when you make your jumps and you hit a ceiling. You just move forward. Oh, sorry. That's me hitting the mic with my finger because I'm gesturing. I apologize. It is not as bad as earlier when we had a giant gunshot at top volume. So, Kusogrande, random noises. If you're not listening to the stream right now, can you really call yourself a fan? But there we go, Cypherin with the jump, and Alara finishing 2-1. We are in the... yeah, so Cypherin now realizing what is happening after that monkey. The first monkey was only a sampler. There is a monkey gauntlet after that first one. You have a 5-course meal of monkeys ready to throw you acorn after acorn after acorn. Both of our players on 2-2, and they're getting to this checkpoint. Alara just getting there the first time, somehow managing to falling through the pit, falling through the trapdoor, somehow killing the armadillo, but then falling through the trapdoor right after it. Tragedy. That is a 3-act play of tragedy. And Cypherin, almost through the ceiling, showing that it is not friend to Donkey Kong. But getting through that section, Cypherin has got a nice download of that level structure. Probably going to see at least beyond that after this. At this section, over the pitfall, we're through. We're moving on to the next section. Cypherin, hesitated on the monkey gauntlet and gets acorn for it. And there is another pitfall for Alara, the trapdoor showing no mercy. There is no tell. Some of the trapdoors work, some of them do not. You cannot tell the difference between either one of them, so you just have to respect that every trapdoor is going to open if you walk over it. But if you thought our players got really accustomed with the first stage, they're going to get very accustomed with 2-2. Back at the monkey gauntlet. Will Cypherin get through? Does the turnaround, taking the top path, but hits the ceiling. Unfortunately, another death, but still collecting lives. We're not having to worry about our players game overing and having to restart to stage 2. So they're on 2-2, for what seems like going to be for the long haul. Whoever can get past that monkey gauntlet section is going to have a distinct advantage. Here we are. Alara getting past the first armadillo, past the second armadillo. All right, Monkey Gauntlet, yet another attempt. Cypherin has the strats. Oh, the turnaround. And the tragedy, we're only at letter N, which is essentially the 3/4 way through the level. Still 1/4 of the level to go. All right, we've got... Oh, the Hammer Joe Kremlin with the scythes. But through the section, that is a moral victory, tangible progress for Cypherin. We'll see if Cypherin can keep that up. Alara getting to the point where, with the O letter, this is the spot that Cypherin was. Can Alara figure out a way to get past? And unfortunately, the first acorn does hit. So back to the beginning of the level. But our players are locked in. They're focused. They've learned the ins and outs of these hitboxes, or at least they're faking that they know what these ins and outs are. Yeah, the gauntlet section is not kind, and Cypherin taking another death there. But I will say I prefer this song to the stage 1 song a lot more.
I love how every time they approach a ledge, you get a single frame of Donkey Kong's eyes shooting out of his head.
Yeah, so our Technux, he's pointing out that when Donkey Kong gets to the ledge of a platform, you can see Donkey Kong's eyes go completely vertical for a second. Like he has binocular eyes looking down at the endless pit below, but only for a fraction of a second before you jump. But, you know, that's the care that these bootleggers took into making this game.
Well, they just ripped his
Yeah.
leg
Yeah.
bleed animation.
Alara taking a pit. Unfortunately, they devised a very devious section with that first monkey, the sampler before the gauntlet, putting a pit there, and those another pit. These again, you have to respect these trapdoors. They open when they please, or they decide they don't want to open, and you just have to assume they'll always open. Cypherin going back, possibly trying to bait out these cycles of the acorn throw. But we're at Gauntlet 2 again. Does the back and forth, but is directly in the hitbox when the acorn is thrown. So unfortunately, having to take the stage back from the beginning. Now Alara getting back to the extra life balloon. Is at the sampler monkey. Unfortunately, getting acorned. The hitbox much larger and definitely not on the acorn.
You can tell which one's action. There's a sprite difference between the trapdoors that open and the ones that don't. The ones that open are
Oh, interesting. So our Technux actually seeing that there is a sprite difference in the trapdoors. It's very subtle, but the ones that are bowed in are the ones that will actually fall. If they are just straight flat, they will just be regular floor. So, but very hard to notice. Like if you're just moving, you won't notice that little subtle difference in the dip. So there is a bit of care into this bootleg. You know, they thought of something. What that something is doesn't necessarily have to be good, but they did think of something. right, Cypherin back at this monkey gauntlet. Has gotten through it a few times. But unfortunately not timing it, getting hit by the acorn when it spawns. So back to the beginning. Alara now, can Alara figure this out? It's not Commentator's Curse as we established. I was still saying it as the acorn hit Alara. So it does not count as Commentator's Curse. Taking that trapdoor, Cypherin saying hi to the armadillo friend. Our players discussing with each other on how to best avoid the acorn-throwing monkeys. Again, kindness not typically seen in Kusogrande matches, because normally players aren't able to see each other's screen or where they are in the match. But with this being Kusogrande Live, they get full access, and in this case, full friendship. Because the real enemy is the games, not the players. They can be friends. Oh, and the monkey. Those acorn hitboxes, they just don't. They just don't. All right, a little over 30 minutes into this match, so we're in the last third. Oh, and Alara, a personal best, getting through. I am enjoying hearing the discussion of the players. It's heartwarming. They're working together to figure this game out. Though only one of them gets to move on, they're just being friends. And that's what SGDQ is all about. Coming with your friends and finding out about games that you'll probably never play again, especially at Kusogrande Live. Or maybe they are enjoying this. See, it grows on you. That's the best kind of game. A game that starts out frustrating and then it's like, I'm fine with this. But we'll get back to this monkey gauntlet. Alright, Cypherin through the first monkey. Does oh! Oh, but Alara, I didn't even realize, making it to the boss, it's just a beaver. It's just a beaver. I will just say this is a very menacing beaver. It jumps one direction, looks at the camera like, what am I doing here? This beaver jumping again, but the double hit, I think, is that? But that's a clear. That's a clear. Alara through to World 3. But amazing gameplay. And Alara giving tips on how to get through that monkey gauntlet. But we are on stage 3, so Alara taking the lead with a little bit more than 10 minutes to go. Love to see Cypherin get to the third world, and as we saw with the beaver boss, not really difficult. But World 3 does not pull its punches. There is some platforming in this one that is horrendous. Oh, not getting the bounce off the dragonfly. And as we saw, 2 acorns coming onto the screen. The monkeys aren't gone. They've evolved. So 18 lives. Alara is in World 3. Comfortable set of lives. And hopefully we can see Cypher and get through. We are at the monkey sampler. Just running. Get that jump. There we go. I think that's Cypherin is through. Past the monkey gauntlet. Moving on. Alara at letter K. Having to time this jump on the Dragonfly to bounce high enough, but does not get the high enough bounce. And the monkeys throwing the acorns as a way of saying, you're not getting past us. But Cypherin onto the beaver.
Those tips must have helped.
We've got, is that the hit? One more hit, I think. Maybe two. Having the same kind of interaction that Alara had, but Cypherin has finished the beaver. We are on 2 players on World 3. This is fantastic to see. Less than 10 minutes to go in this match. This is what we like to see. A nice, close Kusogrande match. Trying to figure out how to get past this Dragonfly. But from behind, Alara does get acorned by a monkey. Yes, they do exist off screen. And Cypherin over the monkey, the Dragonfly jump, but getting monkeyed by the double monkeys. So Cypherin technically taking the lead back. Yeah, Cypherin getting this Dragonfly jump pretty consistently. Finding the hidden O and another life. And now we have whatever these conveyor belts are. They're not conveyor belts, but they're just expanding platforms. Science has gone too far. Those are some interactions, I'll tell you what. Now, the fact that they are collaborating with each other makes it difficult for me. So if they do end up pretty much tied, I will not enjoy that. Both our players on 3-1. They have 21 and 12 lives, respectively, between them. Yeah, Cypherin has that jump down on the Dragonfly. Taking the low path, doesn't want to deal with the claptraps above. But timing out these expanding platforms, they don't seem to have a very consistent pattern. But jumping again into the double monkey acorn throwers. So back to the beginning. Alara also back to the beginning. Hoping that Alara can get that Dragonfly jump. Keep this match close. There it is. There we go. We have the Dragonfly jump, but again, those acorn hitboxes are literal walls sometimes. And with 2 of them on top of each other, shows no mercy. But we have Cypherin pass, picking up the barrel, almost getting acorned by the slowness moving of the barrel. We have some vultures. We have another vulture jump. Getting it. Cypherin. Oh, getting that jump. We might be seeing 3-2 soon. Yes, that vulture is throwing a coconut. Does not have the same deadly hitbox as an acorn, but unfortunately still clipping the hitbox of Donkey Kong for Cypherin. So back to the beginning. Alara now through, having the consistency, taking the top path, hitting the first claptrap, getting the extra life balloon. This is a close match. It's going to come down to who can get the furthest progress possibly in this level. Alara getting hit by the double monkey acorn throwing pair. That's a McDouble if I've ever seen one. But it's going to come down to the wire. Oh, getting hit by the scythe throwing Kremlin. Cypher and getting close to where they were before. Getting the end. Can Cypher get past this vulture? Does a short jump, does not get to the platform. Back to the beginning. Alara getting through. They pass the monkeys, but getting Acorn from behind. The barrel is bait. Taking their time. We have 4 minutes left in this match. Okay, Cypher baiting out the throws. Knows that that barrel is bait. Jumping on the Kremlin. Back to double vultures. Are we going to see Cypher get past this coconut throwing vulture? Not yet. Where was that hitbox? That hitbox just magically appeared. It is coming down to the wire. If Cypher can get past that vulture throwing coconut? No, coconut throwing vulture. That might solidify the win, but Alara getting close. Oh, what was that? The platform denying Donkey Kong a stable position. Back to the beginning of the stage for Alara. While Cypher getting close to, but just falling off the stage. The jump did not come out. That is bootleg timing if I've ever seen one. But both of our players are getting very consistent at getting to their personal bests. We have about 2 minutes left. All it takes is one good attempt, and it could seal the victory for either of our players. Alara, at this point, trying to take the timing here, gets it, is at the same spot that Cypher got for the best. Is through. Alara takes the lead. And Cypher taking a fall. Oh, taking a coconut in the air. Leaving the door open for Cypher. And if they can get past that first vulture, this is going to be close. Oh, Cypher taking a jump too early. They still have time. These levels surprisingly don't take that long to complete. It's just a matter of figuring out where the cycles line up with these coconuts. Science. I guess that's what we're calling these platforms. Science. Alara, having the stage lead at this point, can extend their lead. We have less than a minute to go. Is there going to be enough time? Or will Alara eclipse their personal best right here to just shut the door. They are through. We're getting close. Getting the G. And that's going to be a level clear. Alara completing 3-1. I think that might seal it. Cypher in right behind, though. Oh, but taking a death early in 3-2. Is there going to be enough time? There is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That is time. That I need to ask a question. Alara, how far did you get in that second level?
The second level?
Yes. So you're at the K? Oh,
This is PB.
that is your PB. I think that is further.
Just barely.
Just barely.
It's like a few screens.
But congratulations, Alara. You have won. What an incredible close match at the end. Fantastic work. But that is going to wrap it up for us today at Kusogrande Live. We will be back tomorrow with 4 more matches. So come back if you want to see even more fun game goodness.